Ears. Holy
Sorry,
crap.
my cat's being a
Did
shit.
someone die?
Feed
Jackson
me,
is.
feed me,
Mm,
feed me.
Great. All right.
mhm.
So, let's see. When last we left off, what happened last time, guys?
Okay.
We
I believe
were
we left off in the library.
Cool, cool.
Mhm.
in
We had so go ahead.
Oh,
Can do. Well, no, sorry, not Can do.
Yeah.
Sotero.
So for real, same.
Yeah.
Yes.
same thing,
He
bro.
unlocked something. It was a secret door in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I touched the book and I opened the door with scrolls and
And
stuff.
those
Cool.
Yeah.
chests.
And I believe the last thing we found was a letter.
And scrolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic scroll.
Oh
But
Okay.
yeah,
the letter was from Strahd. This is the first time you
And a
ran
will.
into his name. Yeah, in the will.
it was
Yeah,
lewd.
windmill. No,
Cool.
different. It was a will for this house
Oh yeah,
and a
it was
windmill.
a will. Yeah, yeah. Sure, I was like taking revenge. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So then, when last you played, you were surrounded by just dusty and old bookshelves and whatnot in a small secret room. Directly across from you, you found a skeleton stuck in a chest with poison darts threaded into him. Inside the chest, you found, if I'm not mistaken, 3 spell scrolls, which I believe Bennett took. And
Yes.
you found a will and a deed to a windmill, the house you're standing in, um, and different, just a collection of riches, all left from the Durst to. I don't think you read into it, so I'm not sure you know exactly what the will says. But because of that, because you're holding it, you note that the will leaves all these things to both
Oh yeah, the
Rosevalda
children.
and Thornbold. Yeah, Durst, the 2 children who are outside or downstairs in the closet waiting for you to come back. With this, let's see, there's not too much left in the room to really explore or go over. But I asked this a million times, and I'll just ask in the future. What do you all want to do?
So
Well,
first, I want to grab one of those blank books they were talking about from off a shelf, stow it away.
Uh, okay, so we're just gonna assume you do that. Anyone else? What's the uh, what's the main goal of what we're trying to do?
Mm.
Yes, because you're exploring the
Oh, I
next
want.
room.
Oh, before we leave the next room, I'd like to explore the other books on the bookshelf.
You note that the other books on the bookshelf very much are the same as the ones outside. The one note is that inside this little chamber, there is a strange new set of books there for you.
Cool. Then I'm gonna get me some knowledge.
I'm
You
good.
know, let me
Go ahead.
see.
No, go ahead.
Uh, you note that amongst the books, there are books of spiritual journeys to peace. There are books on resurrection. There are books on occult ritualism.
Hell yeah.
Can I pop open the book about resurrection?
I'll take all of them.
Um,
I'll.
so looking them over, you note that each book would take you about an hour or two to read over to really get an idea, and that is going to
So
be based on your arcana.
Lucen, if that's was it. You can have the book on resurrection. You can have the other two.
It's Lucian.
Oh, Lucian, my bad. But can I have the other two books if you're gonna use that book?
I don't care. About how thick is the book?
Mm, roughly anywhere from 200 to 400 pages.
Wow, that's a lot bigger than I was thinking.
Oh, Mr. J, for the book of creatures, is there any blank spaces inside of it or no? Like blank pages, or it's filled
What?
up? For the creature
No,
of
they're fully published books, so they're filled out. There's no blank pages.
damn, I can make my beast theory right now.
Mm. Sick. Real quick, can I pick up? I'm gonna pick up the encrypted pages on the floor and stuff them in my bag.
Okay. I'm not sure
Mm.
what you're picking up. But,
Yes, the encrypted page is inside of the secret room,
I
strewn
don't.
about.
Uh,
He told me that they needed to be decoded and they'll take a
oh, okay.
Arcana
Yeah.
check in hours and such and things.
Would I be able to skim the book for about 15 minutes?
You could. That's up to the party whether they want to spend the 15 minutes, but you can.
I
So would
think
you
we
guys
should
be willing to take about 15 minutes to just look through these books? It may have
Um,
something vital.
no,
I think we
because
should move on.
yeah, then we should move on because the parents are probably dying.
Cool.
Yeah.
That means it goes to your caller. What are you doing?
Rescue the parents.
Okay. So you are going to take the books with you that you wanted to take. However, you're not going to look over them. What you can do is while you're moving, you can use your action, which right now doesn't exist, but you can just spend your action reading while with the party.
Oh,
Um,
Yeah,
that's
sure, I'll go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to take a little longer since you're moving with it. You can also be interrupted by things. That said, let me just make sure we're good on everything else. You can always come back if you need it. With that, Joe kind of looks at all of you and looks around suspiciously. He kind of stares at the skeleton and rubs his chin a bit as he looks over the books. You see him kind of go back out into the regular library area of the study and immediately kind of sit down with a few books. He kind of looks at you and says, I think I'm going to spend some time researching a bit. Don't mind me. Feel free to look around the place. I'm sure this parents are somewhere.
Surely, surely.
All right.
Sweet, 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 sweet.
Make sure
So,
to keep an eye open.
you note that leaving the study, you re-enter the main hall, and the only other room around you is to the south, or what was that? That's the west. So the only other room around you is located west. It is a wooden double door, as you've seen before, behind you with a carving of a statue, much like the ones around you, with a wolf's head holding on its pike or spear, a actual wolf's head, kind of chiseled out of the wood. There's also the third floor, as you can see, another stairwell leading, winding upwards.
okay. I'm gonna slowly walk up to the doors. Keep both eyes on both the statues and armor stands.
You note their hollowed bodies kind of just, stand there very static like, very dead.
Is there keyholes?
There are two keyholes on the double door, yes.
I want to look through them.
So as you go to look through them, and before you get a chance to glance into the room, you immediately start to hear the faint sound of a piano being played. As you look through the keyhole to kind of gather what's going on the other side, you realize that the only thing you can see is the back of a piano from your angle, and just a very wide open room. Um, the melody being played on the piano seems to be slower than you would think to hear. It almost sounds like someone's playing it as a pauseron or something very out of time, almost something broken.
Can I use my small mirror to peek under the door?
You can. Peeking under the door, based on the reflection, you see much as Exalt saw with the keyhole. Um, you see a wide room that's in one corner kind of has a bit of musical instruments, and in the other corners are kind of just empty. It seems almost like a just kind of a meeting room or a place to relax. From the mirror, you don't get a good look at the piano, but you can hear it slowly churning and slowly playing just a very delicate sound.
Okay. Hmm. I look at everybody and I slowly open the door. Tell them there's a sound inside.
Uh, Define slightly for me, would you?
Like slowly creak the door open. Not fully, but I give a little crack. Crack it open a little bit.
You do. So a little crack. Ah, let's go with that, shall we? And we're looking at 60 feet. Yeah.
I distance myself a little bit, not going through the door yet.
Since none of you are through the door yet, I suppose you could distance yourself a bit. You hear the piano faintly in the background, just kind of
Am I able to recognize the melody being played?
churning. You don't recognize the melody being played now. For you, it just seems like a very, very strange. It's not even really a melody as much as just a very drone kind of small, like slowly keys are being hit in a very strange order.
It's like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, just ding, 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 ding. Kind of menacing or frantic.
Oh god. Um, using my I slightly peek my head and use my perception to locate the sound.
Okay. The sound's coming from the piano. So as you
Oh,
look towards the piano, you get a fair view of the back of it, as you're not really in a position to see the front of it per se.
Do we all see this, or it's just him?
As long as you're together, you all see it.
Still like a little bit from behind the door.
Yeah, very much. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. I'm using the pencil tool. Try this again.
Maybe we should
There
look.
we go. So, you stand outside the door, kind of creeping in. What do you plan to do?
I take 1 feet into the door, scan my area.
So, going into the room kind of reveals the openness of the entire area as you kind of look over it. So, looking over the room,
Oh, this music is on point.
you note that as you kind of look at the piano, it's actually a harpsichord, and the music immediately stops. You're in a room that's fairly large and completely empty. Um, you walk into what looks like a conservatory. There are gossamer drapes covering each of the windows in this very elegant looking hall. There's absolutely no light coming through outside of the candle and the fireplace. There's absolutely nothing else. Please note the candle being held by Kester, which at this point has wax on his arm, but he'll be fine.
Oh no, not the wax.
Well, you had some cloth covering most of it up.
Yeah.
You note above there's a brass plated chandelier dangling from the center of the room. There are lines of upholstered chairs sitting gently placed against the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depicting absolutely beautiful men, women, and children that seem to be singing and playing instruments in the northern on the northern wall. You see a large harp standing right next to a fireplace that seems quite undusted or not dusty and very pristine. Same with the harpsichord, both look incredibly new. It doesn't seem to be any dust in the room, as if it had recently been cleaned. And last but not least, on top of the fireplace, you note that there are small figurines, alabaster figurines that you're not sure what they depict, but you could definitely see them from where you are.
Oh. Okay.
Want to explore the room, guys?
Well, yeah, I want to go look at that piano. Seems interesting.
I'm gonna keep my distance still at the door.
Okay, dope.
So, investigating more about the piano and its keys and getting a look inside, what's it all about?
Cool. So, As you look over the keys of the piano, you note that although the piano itself, or the harpsichord itself, isn't dusty, that the key area has a strange kind of dust-laid pattern. You can see fingerprints actually in some of the black keys that have been kind of crusted with dust. It seems kind of strange since the rest of the room is so pristine looking that this piano is kind of covered, its keyboard is covered in dust. And you can see where something or someone was playing it, as these smudges don't seem to be from any singular human, as they're kind of just these strange medium sized just mashings of fingers or digits on top of the keys.
Can I pinpoint any keys that seemed more well used than the others? Like which ones have fingerprints? Do just they all have a mismatch of fingerprints?
No, you note that the fingerprints are just randomly kind of placed. There doesn't seem to be much of a pattern. In looking over it, you don't note that any of the keys look more worn than others.
Mm, okay, so the keys are dusty and some of them have fingerprints.
As
Okay.
you're looking over the keyboard, you hear a strange, loud, and harsh clank outside of the room that comes pretty much within 10 feet of the door. It's just a strange, loud, banging sound.
I want to immediately turn around and see what that is.
So, looking back out to the main hall, you don't notice anything. However, just with the slightness of your eye, it almost seems like one of the statues has changed its position.
Oh
It's
God.
still standing exactly as the others, but just out of the corner of your eye, it almost feels like it moved and you almost saw it. But there's no evidence of that, as the statues remain completely just dormant.
Mm.
I pretty much turned to the party. But yeah, one of these statues probably just moved.
Can I
Oh,
go
my
over?
greatest fears.
Can I go over and investigate one of the statues again?
Be my guest.
Yeah, I'll just go over the statue on the right near the door, keeping my
No,
distance on.
if I probably wasn't reading this book, I probably would have saw it move when it moved.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just investigate just one statue from me, I guess. It doesn't matter which one.
I'm gonna move a little bit to the right, just to so if a statue did lunge, it probably couldn't reach me as I continue reading my book.
Do I notice anything, or do I make an investigation check? I'll grab a hold of my amulet and kind of present it towards the statue while I'm investigating it, to see if I get a reaction. Oh, not that far away, just like by the door, the one right side of the door. Yeah, not on it. Not on it. Though. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
He just dancing on it.
Just crawls
Decent
all over
Taro
the
just
statue.
default
This is
dancing on
good.
top of the statue.
Oh no, nothing from the dungeon. He's doing the thing.
I'll call out in the name of Pelor. Review yourself, heathen. Towards the statue.
And I snicker just like that.
Am I supposed to make a check?
I'm sorry, I was like muted the whole time.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That's crazy. I gotta stop muting myself. Anyway, so you stand next to the statue. I'm assuming about 5 feet away.
Yeah, that's fine.
You kind of study it, and you don't know anything after calling out. Each statue just stands there blankly, just empty armor. You don't notice anything, no lifelike signs, no movement, no jump scares.
Okay. I'm going to just do a little trick. I don't know if it's constant action, but I'm going to kind of fake. So I'm just gonna position myself like a stance with my right hand up, and I'm going to pretend to swing and stop halfway.
So
See
faint.
if. Yes, yeah, it's a feint. I'm gonna feint at the statue.
So you're going to take out, I'm assuming, a mace and
No,
like
I equipped a light crossbow, but I'm gonna like barehanded, like unarmed. I'm just gonna act like more to hit it.
you're gonna pretend to hit the statue. Okay.
Just
So
ain't.
that's fine. So as you go to strike the statue and then stop, again, there seems to be no movement or anything of the sort.
Oh well. Okay. I'll just head back to the party and relay the information to them. It seems that you're mistaken, Rain. Not Lucinda? No, Lucian.
No,
Hey,
yeah.
my old comrade. Do you know him?
Boy,
Oh God, please die.
Oh no, I don't. I'm sorry. Yeah, there seems that you were mistaken.
Okay, I'm going to investigate the little figurines by fireplace.
okay. So as you come near the mantle of the fireplace, you note several small white figurines. You see them to be made of alabaster. They're well-dressed dancers that kind of just are spread out, about 5 or 6. As you kind of note them slowly and look over them, you note that they're not actually dancers at all, and almost as if
Of course they aren't.
the rest of the party is kind of no longer with you. Exalt kind of just stares at them as they kind of dance slowly, and he notices that they're actually well-dressed skeletons, each of them with either something cut out of them or some type of body part removed, as they don't seem to be smiling or have open facial expressions. It seems more that they're dead and miserable, as if they're not running, I'm sorry, dancing, but running from something.
Can I take a like view at a different angle, or try to touch them?
You can. Going ahead and touching them, you note that they're simple alabaster statues that have been carved very precisely.
Hmm. Guys, these things are like skeletons. They're running from
Sick,
something though.
sick.
And I know this place is creepy and all, but you got to give a hand to the artisan who made this.
I bet they're
Uh,
swell fellas.
I prefer the outdoors.
Swell fellows
I'm not
indeed.
into.
Notably enough, within this room, you don't note anything of any real suspicion, other than it's the darkest room you've been in due to the fact that the windows are boarded and the fireplace seems to be kind of dying down.
Anyone with dark vision see anything?
No one with dark vision would see anything in particular. Speaking of that, who has dark vision in this group?
This
I
guy.
do.
Almost
Well, it's all
everybody,
the
but
elves.
I do.
yeah, and half orc too.
Okay. I'll just keep that in mind when I tell you it doesn't exist. Um,
Sick.
cool. So, because of that, you all kind of gather back in the main area
Oh
as
no.
you no longer fear the idea of the armor, as young Sotero already kind of proved there's no need to be afraid. Where to next, young travelers?
About how far am I in this book?
I'm sorry, what is that? How far are you in what?
Into the book. Like I've been reading the Book of Resurrection this whole time.
Well, if it's only a 15-minute scan and you've been here for this much time, you've literally passed about a minute or two.
Oh wow, okay.
So I'll give you 2 minutes, technically,
Mhm.
because you guys
Sick.
haven't really got much into anything.
Mhm. All right.
I'll go back into the study to let I forgot his name
Job,
already. Jesus
Job,
Christ.
Job.
Joe.
Job.
yeah, Job. Is it Job or
I'll
Job?
I'll peep
Job.
my head into the
Oh.
study to let him know that we might be going downstairs.
Okay, so
My,
you can see Job kind of cautiously looking through some books. Um, then just looking around the study, he looks up at you and nods. Ah, very good. Find anything in the other room?
No.
Yes.
It
So,
seems like a well-kept room. There's some
Um,
statues, a harp, and a piano. Besides that,
creepy architecture, hidden
figurines.
stuff.
oh yeah, and the piano was playing a very nice melody actually.
He kind of
Uh,
shrugs a bit and thinks about it. I don't like this place very much. Well,
Agreed.
from what I'm reading, we need to get out of here as fast as possible and find these parents. Ugh. He says as he kind of looks around. You note he finishes up whatever he's reading and kind of pockets in a small pouch a book as he kind of comes back to the party and rejoins. Well, after you, I know about as much of this place as you do, so we might as well make it together.
As we
Yes.
go about, I want to ask him if he did you learn anything specifically interesting from those books?
Hmm. Only something about rituals and resurrection. Not sure what to do with them yet, though. But I know I'll know it when I see it. I hope I don't see it, though.
Sick.
You and the rest of
Is there a
us.
third floor? Or this is this highest floor as possible.
I would suggest going back down since that's where the parents are most likely to be.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have a staircase leading up, and you have the staircase leading down. It's up to you.
Well, caller.
I mean, you guys should go first.
Let's find the basement.
Well, so before we decide, I want to ask him. Hmm. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
hmm
Alright then.
Sick. So,
Let's go find the basement.
Cool. So are you going
I
up
suggest
or
we
down?
go. I suggest we go.
Down.
or up. Okay.
The
So
third buildings.
I would like to go down because I don't want to dilly dally in here.
You know what? Yeah,
well-
I like to avoid in a moment where we all face our extreme doom. So yes, I suggest we go down.
Cool.
Dilly.
Any objections? Oh, downstairs it is.
Lovely. Let's just click on things fast, shall we? So.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna be reading the book of Royal Creatures while he's walking. Yeah.
So, as you get to the foot of the steps in the main hall of the first floor, you note the slight sound from the closet of banging. As
Oh,
you go to the
music.
door and kind of open up the door, you note the two children kind of just hanging out. You can see on the ground Rosa is making a small little musical beat on the door, trying to entertain the very, very depressed and sad Thorn as he kind of just sits there and cries for his mom and his dad. As you kind of peer into the door, Rosa looks up at you. Have you found them?
Oh, almost. We're right there. We're about to head down and see what this place really has in store, and we'll bring them back, and then it'll be great. I swear.
Rosa kind of shrugs. What do you mean down?
The basement.
Don't.
Could you direct us to the basement?
She kind of shrugs
Great
and
bomb.
shakes her head. I've never seen the basement before.
Perfect. Well, it'll be fine. We'll find it, and we'll go down there, and we'll get your parents. Okay?
He nods. She stops for a sec before you leave as Joe kind of notices her kind of hesitant, and he kind of glares at her a bit as she goes, "Oh, have you found the nursemaid yet?
Nursemaid?
No,
No.
Miss Marilyn."
Miss Marilyn, you say? Miss Marilyn.
Can you describe what she looks like?
You kind of see her nod slightly, and then kind of think about it, and then look back at you. Oh, she's a beautiful woman. She came here to take care of us. Well, she has
Oh, Miss
brown
Marilyn.
hair, and she has a happy face. She's always happy. She wears beautiful gowns. At first, when she first started coming here, she didn't, but then she did. And she loves to play with us, and she's always taking care of Walter.
Walter?
Who
I
was
look
Walter?
towards. I look towards.
Oh, I'm sorry. She kind of shrugged her head. Our baby brother. And she looks back at Thorn, and he says, "Yes, yes. Where is Walter? Did you find Walter? I hope he's
No.
okay. He cries so loud."
Could you
Haven't found-
describe how Walter looks?
He's a baby.
Yep, that's a good analogy.
He was the child on that painting
Good description.
upstairs.
looking
You see
towards.
both Thorn and Bolt kind of, nod their heads quickly towards Bennett. Yeah, we just had that done maybe a month ago. It's a really cool painting.
What was your caretaker's name one more time?
What? Say
I
that
believe
again.
it's Walt.
What was
The
their
maid?
yeah? What was their caretaker's name once again?
Miss Marilyn.
Vivian Maryland. The note. Yes, you're right, Gaston.
Well, that. Yeah, we'll find everyone. We'll get back to you when we do.
They kind of nod as Job kind of secures the closet. Be safe, little ones. If anything happens, scream as loud as you can. With that, Job kind of backs up. Well, this is a bit of a pickle.
Indeed.
You're
Vivian
telling me.
Maryland. I assume she's dead already.
Let's hope
Oh
not.
well.
Strong survive.
So, with that, where to next? You still have a room you have not explored on the first floor.
Let's go there. Why not?
Might as well.
Walk down west.
Okay. Yeah, that is indeed. So, as you approach the door to the west of
Oh no,
the
no.
floor,
Keyhole first.
looking through the keyhole, you don't really make too much out, actually. It's not really all that helpful. Instead, you're kind of beleaguered by the fact that there's something in the way of the door that makes most of the room not very visible.
Can I try to peek under the door?
Hold on one sec. Let me try that. So, you want to do the mirror under the door? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. So looking underneath the door, you note very quickly that you do have a much better view of the room. But sadly, as you look, for some reason, as you kind of turn your mirror to the side, you see the head of the wolf staring directly at you, eyes glaring at you, yet lifelessly.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is reach into my back pocket and pull out a glowing card before I just planting it on my chest, calling out Blade Ward.
So you're going to take out a card, put it on your chest, and then yell Blade Ward?
Well, yell, say, same thing.
Cool. Can you make that sound less sad?
Oh no, I'm just kind of tired.
Go, Blade Ward.
Yeah, there you go. There we go.
Yeah, God.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Man.
Power Rangers.
Well,
All right.
Jesus
So with that,
Christ.
your abjuration kind of flashes a bit as small blades start coming out from your body and slowly hovering around you in kind of an ethereal way. Uh, to note, the rest of your party looking at this is terrified, as literally the blades can slice them into ribbons, and you
Isn't
cast
Blade Ward like a shield?
right next to them. It is, but it's what it is, which is,
Oh.
yeah.
It's kind of like that thing Virgil does.
just step aside and you won't get hurt.
So as that is happening,
I'll step to the side in the direction of the stairs.
Me as well.
cool. As far as the door in the room go,
You slightly crack it open a little bit.
you're gonna slightly crack it open. So upon slightly opening the door, you note what was getting in the way of your view and what was being picked up by the mirror. You see a wolf kind of sitting there, marking its territory, as well as a cupboard kind of just right in front of the door for some reason.
Oh, you don't want to go in there.
Oh, that's not very convenient.
We do not want to enter there.
Do we? Do we not? I think that
No,
we should.
no. Those are probably one of the wolves that we were running away from with our lives. I suggest
Are
that
you
we-
sure? Are you sure? They sound friendly.
I believe we can take them.
It sounds like a dead wolf. That's what it sounds like. I'll open the
Yeah.
door.
marking its
Idiot.
territory.
So as
I'll
you
open the door.
You note from the room the following.
Well, I'm not in there yet. So.
So as you open the door to the room, you note that it is a very strange-looking den, in that as you look on it, you see most things kind of covered. You see 3 wolves in the room that are stuffed, large dire wolves, kind of just standing in place, staring in circles at each other, each wolf looking at the other, almost as if it's trying to attack the other wolf in the room. Beyond the wolves in the room, you see 2 cupboards, a small dining table area, and in front of a beautiful black marble fireplace, you see 2 kind of reclining chairs or recliner chairs with tons of different animal furs on top of them. You can see that this room is oak paneled. It does look like a hunter's den with all the affixes everywhere. Mounted above the fireplace is a stag's head, lifelessly staring at you and protruding outward. Um, Again, as you kind of look at the chairs, you know that once again that there are different animal furs um, on there, as if they're being warmed by the fire for some reason. You also see a chandelier that hangs above the cloth-covered table in the corner to the west, as well as cabinets against the wall, 2 specifically.
I'll go investigate one of the bookshelves. Or my back cabin.
Which one?
The one closest to us, the one to the west.
So here.
Yep.
So upon inspection, looking at the cabinets, you note that this cabinet has a fairly small lock. In fact, as you look at it, it seems kind of cracked open. It holds a small box in it as you open it up that has a deck of playing cards and an assortment of wine glasses littering the cupboard.
I'd like to take a deck of playing cards.
Please note that you took a deck of playing cards.
So I examined the wolves. Just look at them.
Certainly. Upon looking at the wolves, you do note that they are very stuffed. Very good job. They seem almost lifelike, as if they can jump and tear your throat out at any given second. They're almost uncanny how realistic they are. This doesn't fill any of you with much confidence, but based on the way they're positioned and just the lifelessness of their bodies, you know that they're just taxidermied and they don't seem to be alive at all. Plus, who's ever heard of a dead wolf coming back and killing anyone?
Looking to the rest, I say as an offhand comment, is this what you were worried about?
No.
He chuckles with a bit of malice. Children, he thinks in his head. To be so scared of nothing. Sorry, I got bored.
I explored to the next cabin. I look yeah, next cabin.
As you approach the eastern cabinet and go past the wolves, you note that as you look at the cabinet, it has a lock on it. This lock in particular is keeping you out of whatever's inside of it.
Mm, Bennett, your key?
Right. I'll
Hey,
reach in my
Danny, I got
pocket.
you.
I'll reach into my pocket and pull out the key and try it on the lock.
You note that the key is actually too big for the lock.
Wrong key.
I could probably pick that lock if I had the right tools.
Hey, big fella, you think you can break this? I look out towards 2 barbarians.
Sure.
Go ahead.
So I take out my great axe.
Sorry, Jade, I'm having a hell of a time hearing you. Let me turn you up and see what's up. Can you say something again? Okay,
There you go.
I definitely heard
Much better
that.
now.
Yeah, hold on, let me fix my thing.
Okay, I hear you fine now. I just turned your volume super high. So, yeah, let me know.
I'm trying to fix the volume.
I do appreciate the effort to be on mic. That's lovely.
Yeah, even though it's noisy here.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
So what am I smashing again?
There
Tell
is
her,
a
please.
small lock on the eastern cupboard you're standing in front of.
Oh, then I could just grab it and crack it with my hands. Do I have to do a strength check on that, or?
Yeah, you would make a strength check.
Okay. Let me roll that. Strength.
Yeah, who's playing Animal Crossing? Why is it so loud?
Right? That's weird.
That would be Chester.
Yeah, that's definitely King.
I like the music though.
Yo, King, mute. Thank you.
Ooh,
I got a 25.
funny.
Cool.
Isabel jumps from behind the door and just eviscerates all of us.
Stop.
Nat 20. Eh.
Stop.
So as you go ahead and grasp the lock, you quickly crush it with your hands and just toss it behind you as you shrug to the party and walk away.
Going back to my corner.
The
I just
Thank you very
nod,
much.
impressed.
right. The doors of the cupboard swing open slowly. Inside, you note that for some odd reason, well, not odd as we discussed the layout of the room, but it holds a heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, a hand
Crossbow, mine.
and 20 bolts for each of the weapons.
I'll take the heavy crossbow. I'll
I'll
take
take
the
the
heavy
light
crossbow.
crossbow.
Late, already got it.
Oh, okay.
Again,
I'll start right.
there's a heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, and a hand crossbow.
I'll take the heavy crossbow.
I'll take the hand crossbow.
Okay. And I'm assuming each of you take the 20 bolts for each.
Yep.
That's a full quiver, so having that would be one item. We talked about that. Cool. As you
never mind. Forget this deck of cards. I'm putting them down.
as you note the crossbows and the bolts, and you guys start getting everything situated there, looking around the room, outside of that, you don't note anything else in particular other than, as I said, the wine glasses or the animal furs. Is there anything else you would like to look at or discuss with this room?
I'm going to look at the wine glasses. Do they look like they've recently been used?
Outside of the ones in the kitchen, I'm sorry, the dining area, which do look like they've been used, these are covered with a light layer of dust, suggesting that no one's really been in here for a little bit.
Well, either the family doesn't use this room a lot, or these kids might have been out there a bit longer than we thought.
More suspicion for the children, huh?
Perhaps.
Shall we head?
They're getting a terrible rap.
Shall we head downstairs?
With that, notably enough, you don't note any rooms left to explore on the first floor. You also don't see any stairs that lead down at all.
So,
Perhaps
to the
the
third room, third floor.
entrance.
So hold on. Where did we find that that food shoot thing?
Oh,
In
that
the
was
kitchen.
in the kitchen, and one in the upstairs.
Oh,
floor,
if it goes from floor to floor, it should be on this floor too.
Yeah,
But it's very
we
small.
found it
It's
on
very
this
small
floor.
distance.
So can we check the shaft to see if it goes downwards?
Wasn't it small though?
Yeah, it was small enough for a child or small creature to climb into.
Just to
But
be certain.
yeah,
Perhaps the entrance to the basement is outside, like a cellar.
Oh, a cellar.
of
Yeah,
sorts.
cellar. Yeah. Which say, Jada? Oh. So, shall we head? No, let's go check the upstairs first before we head downstairs.
so the party makes its way back upstairs. Hey, where's my background? Keep my background. So back on the second floor, you were met again at the balcony area with your fanciful armor sets that are just standing at at the ready, staring at each other, and another staircase leading up.
Shall we, guys? Was that point upstairs?
Let's go.
So be as I continue reading that resurrection book.
Alright, cool. Actually, I just realized something I should probably do when I need to do fixture stuff. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna break this real quick. What the hell just happened? Oh, that was dumb. Never mind. Forget that. I'm just gonna... Give me a sec. I gotta fix something. Because I didn't know I did this out of... Yeah, that's gonna be weird. Oh. It's terrifying. So you're going upstairs, you said?
Yes.
Indeed.
Wait
Indeed,
a minute. Is that what I need? That's what I need. Alright, cool. Sorry. Alright. So you head upstairs. I don't know why I did that when I could just click this thing. At the top of the staircase, you note a large balcony. As you look back over the stairs, you can see all the way down to the first floor as the spiraled stairs just spiraled up in a way where, you know, a push could break your neck. On this top floor, as you kind of look around, you note that there is a double door to your east, whereas your west has two smaller doors. But directly in front of you, standing there without a wolf helmet or without a pike, is another armored, just suit of armor. It kind of stares directly at you. This one's more chivalrous looking. It has a more paladin looking set of armor. The armor is slightly dusty though, as if no one's really dusted it. Next to the armor are two lamps that are lit and just kind of glowing around it, giving it this just this strangely satisfying look. Almost calling to you as a moth to a flame would be. You can see slight cobwebs draped to the side of it, though, which is again strange as the first two floors have been meticulously cleaned. But as you go up further, it seems that the house is getting dustier and dirtier. You see oak wooden panels lining the walls, as well as different scenes carved into the panels of woodland creatures and trees, fallen leaves swaying about.
Ooh. I won't expect that.
Let's see.
Can I go ahead and look at the armors?
Yeah, give me 1 sec. So let's see, I want to inspect that. What your pest? Okay, cool. So based on that, as you kind of look over the wooden panels, you note that specifically that the trees have small, tiny corpses hanging from them, and there are worms busting out of the ground, tearing at the creatures trying
Wonderful.
to scurry and get away. You see
Oh.
dead creatures being eaten by the worms, but the pattern, if you steer back, kind of just looks like leaves flailing in the wind on the forest floor. This leaves a bit of an unsettling feeling as you kind of start thinking about each piece you've seen in each room and how this whole house seems to be designed with pure evil intent, but only if you really pay attention to it.
Exile shudders a bit as he walks away from the panels. Anyways, which door, guys?
Something doesn't add up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Very quickly going back to
Gotcha.
who was that? No. Zion. You
That's
said
Tom?
something. You want to? Yeah. What did you want to do?
I just wanted to move up and look at the armor.
Okay. So as you go to look on at the armor, you note that as you kind of peer at it, it just stands there lifeless. After a second or two, looking it over and kind of just glancing at, just what the make of it is, due to it being so different than the other armors, you kind of turn to the party and note that it just seems to be just a normal suit of armor. As this is occurring, you kind of see just out of the corner of your eye, just the slightest of movements, just making you kind of turn back in a little confusion. Notably
what's
enough,
the problem?
as you're looking back to do that, you see kind of the armor turn towards the entire party and move its head to the side, and then you hear. As you hear that, you see the armor spring to life and lunge forward at you. Um, since you are the one who touched it, I need Gaston to make a dexterity check.
Oh, all right.
Hmm.
Not 20. Oh, not 20. Oh, never mind. Not 20.
Total 20.
Cool. So with that, the armor kind of just stumbles about a bit. It moves past you without hitting you. That said,
And I just, chuckle and say, "Look at that!" As I move out the way.
yeah, give me one sec. I need to figure something out. Where are all my icons? Oh, I see. All of them are over here.
The endless void.
So, as this is going on, the armor kind of lunges back, creepily enough, kind of breathing. You kind of hear just this overcast. You're kind of all scattered a bit outside of Gaston, who's in the front, since we were kind of startled here by this. You're not taken by surprise per se. Well, you were.
Mm.
Luckily, though, it doesn't really matter at this point due to the fact that the armor is too kind of silly to have hit you. But that said, do me a favor and roll initiative.
Okay.
It's like a haunted house. He wasn't intending to hit you.
Oh god, I completely forgot what initiative is. I
You're
haven't
gonna roll it.
rolled it in
You're just
so
gonna
long.
you're just gonna roll a d20 plus whatever initiative bonus you have.
Okay, so yeah, that's just Dex, I guess.
Yo,
Luke,
I should have tried to push him off
not
the
fun.
staircase.
You said you tried to push him off the staircase?
I should have, but I didn't think of it.
You rolled a
Mhm.
9.
Mhm.
Wait, crap. I didn't do that right.
Mhm.
There it is.
Mhm. Mhm.
Why'd you roll twice? Oh, you messed up the first
Messed
one.
up.
Yeah, one of them I messed up.
That's Sotero and Yotan. They got a roll, right?
Roll, people, roll.
Yeah, I just need you
Please.
guys to roll because we can't do anything until you do.
Bell roll.
Just get to without you. Right here on the ocean floor. One thing about I've got 20.
Cool. So we're gonna ask, guys, since you're caller, can you just get all those numbers listed for me?
Okay.
So those,
Okay.
I know
I'm
you're
sorry,
rolling, but I'm
I was kind of lagging. We're rolling for
Initiative.
initiative. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
One thing about I've got 20. Okay, anyways. Ooh. Oh god, I can't What was that? Oh, a majority of us have a +2 to initiative.
I have a +4.
Yeah, I know. I said majority. Anyways,
Alex.
it's just Janelle, I believe, unless I'm wrong. Or Jotun.
Jenna, are you here?
I'm back. Sorry, what happened?
You're rolling initiative. So, as this is happening, you hear a clanking, a very familiar clanking that you've heard earlier behind you as you are doing what you can to figure out this current situation. You note that marching up the steps.
Oh boy, that's what I was scared of.
Yeah, right. I gotta move these actually. Marching up the steps seems to be more animated armors.
Oh, good God.
Reinforcing.
Hopefully they don't suck.
So would anyone here happen to have a rapier I could borrow?
No.
Both of you to assume we could just carry a rapier on us.
Okay.
Yo, why'd I open my mouth and ask? Didn't say, hand me that rapier you have there, whatever person.
Oh, good God. Save the fighting for, you know, those guys.
Let's see. What do we got? Oh, look.
Okay, so Carl's
I'm
10.
confused.
Carl's 10. Alex is 16. Isaiah's 9.
9.
Me 7. King is 22. Jada's 10. Zion's 12.
Boy.
Jeanette is 11.
Hey, Zion, does your list in order of actual initiative like I was hoping I would do?
Yeah.
See.
Cool.
Sorry.
Thank you, because that's actually
bad.
helpful.
My
No,
bad.
it's fine. I made the assumption you would just put them in order, so
I
that's
was
my
rushing.
fault.
I was rushing down. I was rushing down.
It's fine. I'm gonna ask some of you guys to do things for me because doing everything myself takes forever.
I
All right.
also kind of put it limited to the first 3 letters. Is that all right?
No, it's absolutely anything that's fast enough to do is fine. I don't care. All right, cool. So I have a 17, 11, 9, 6, 5. Cool. So let me slot that in real quick. This is why I hate rolling initiative because it literally takes 5 minutes. So I have a 22. I have a. What's the closest roll to a 17?
16.
16 from Alex. So okay. So turn order is going to go Kester, animated armor, Bennett, animated armor, Gaston, Jotun, animated armor, animated armor, animated armor, Vimic, and Cicero, and Lucian. So let me just edit this really quick so we know exactly what's happening. I'm just gonna put AA in, and you guys can hopefully understand what AA is.
Okay, I'm in army.
All right. So as it's top of the turn, that gives Kester his first turn.
Combat. Alright. Taking things out of my bag requires an action, just making sure that's clear, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just making sure. Alright. Okay, so. I stick both of my hands into my pockets and just pull out cards that I shuffle between my fingers separately as I throw them all up and they all combine into one card as I fling it forward at the the animated armor in front of us, the first one. Oh shit. Oh, I
Right.
completely forgot to look over
Hey,
at
mute
the
your mic.
screen. Okay, so yeah, I definitely have to move. Good God. That would have been a disaster. Actually, could I throw it in between you guys? It's a card.
I don't know, but I did that wrong. Really quickly before we start, since this is your first combat, let me just try the re-ep. So it is your turn, but I kind of want to give you guys a planning stage. So I'm going to give you guys about 3 minutes just to go over what the situation looks like and kind of talk amongst yourselves as to what you think you can do. If you
Perfect.
choose to skip this phase, it's up to you.
I
I
like
think
this
two
phase.
of the frontliners should be at the stairs.
No, I was
I'll
thinking just to
support
hit
them.
the big guy in front of us. No?
And I'm saying we have more than two frontliners, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying two of them should be at the stairs for the two upcoming armors.
I mean, all right. Just know
Is
that
that a
the
bad
guy
idea? Like,
is just the guy in front of us right now is he's bigger than the two guys coming up from the bottom.
I'll fucking destroy the guy in front of us.
But all right.
I need two people to stop those two, and the rest of the party to handle this one armor.
I was gonna take my shot with trying to. I was gonna aim at one of those guys on the stairs, see if one of them could collapse into the others. Give us some more time.
Actually, that's ingenious.
Same here too.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I'm just gonna be hitting stuff.
Cool. Unless anybody has anything else to add, we can end that phase. Oh, 1 minute. Look at you guys. All right, cool. So we're going back to Kester's turn.
Yes. This place seems a little bit too crowded, so I'm not gonna use any of my super spells. Yes. So throw cards up, catch one, and then I oh wait, moving. Sorry. Caught up in that. I move a little bit in between. Who is that? Oh God, I don't know. I don't know the icons. Between.
Hold on, let me help her try to point things out real
Yeah, that would be
briefly.
sick.
So,
The battle grid just appears.
oh
No,
no,
that'd be sick.
so the way this map works, there's actually no grid. So you're doing this gridless.
Sick. That's fire.
Yeah, I added the grid for everything else. For some reason, when I did this map, which is the first map I did in the game, I didn't add a grid. Because I'm an idiot. Anyway, yeah, you'll be fine. 5 feet's still 5 feet. Blah blah blah. Anyway, going from the top where my mouse pointer is to the bottom, this is Lucian. This little icon of a golden mace is Sotero. This little gray
No,
sketch,
that's Guy Manual.
that's yeah, Gaston right here in the beautiful gold. This
Yeah,
mask is
Gaston.
Bennett.
My boy,
Gaston, I'm
yes.
sorry, Bennett. This angry-looking fellow half orc is Jotun. Yourself
hmm
is behind Jotun, and at the bottom here we have Vimic.
Okay, sick. So I move in between Vimic and Jotun, a little bit behind them as I fling a
Yeah.
card at the animated armor. I'm just gonna call it the armor. Casting Acid Splash. hmm Pretty sure I don't roll anything. Oh yeah, damage, I guess. Yeah, it makes a dex save, and I will roll damage in time.
All right, yeah, please do.
5 plus, wait, no, just 5.
I'm sorry, you said just 5?
Yeah, just 5. I mean, it's a cantrip. Doesn't really add anything.
And this is what? That's their.
Acid Splash to melt the armor.
Oh, what
With
save?
acid.
What save needs to be
Oh,
done?
dex. Sorry.
It's a dex save. Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, don't worry. So yeah,
All right.
very entertaining.
So it's a dex save. Well, that's an easy roll since there's no dex to roll.
Sick.
So 17.
Damn it. Well, it misses because yeah, my DC is a 13.
No,
so,
man, that just goes on. That just goes all Spider-Man. Just
You can see the
backflips out
armor
of everything.
kind of looking crazy as it kind of lunges forward and almost snaps the armor on its back to take on a strange dog-like standing position on all fours.
Hmm.
You could see it start slamming its head into the ground as it stares over at you. Do you have any bonus actions or any movements you want to do?
Bonus actions, you say. Bonus actions, I should probably. Bonus actions? Let's see, do I have any bonus actions? No. I'm just gonna move back towards the corner as far back as I shuffle through my cards more.
Towards the balcony area here.
Yes, towards the balcony.
Cool. So, as you kind of stumble your way back towards the balcony area and look on, does that end your turn?
Yes.
Cool. Looking on, you can note that the armor itself seems to kind of seethe, almost as if it's enraged, even though you can't tell because of the armor. It's certainly got a bit of a face on it. Where the hell is my updated list? Okay, I was right. I hate being right. Okay. So, the armor kind of makes a mad dash towards whatever's directly in front of it. It kind of sees Gaston and just enrages as it pushes forward at him. Within 5 feet, the armor kind of makes a swing of its arms and kind of bashes down upon you really quickly. It makes 2 swing.
I like to picture it just dabs on you and it just slams down.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see.
Just swinging its arms. It's not even punching you, man. It's just swinging his arms.
So it makes 1 swing at you, and then it makes another.
Wow.
I think those missed.
No, those are right on, so they hit. I'm correct, yes. I just want to make sure.
If it's right, if it meets the AC and it met the AC.
Yeah, okay, so they hit. Let's see. So let's just go with. All right, cool. So we're hitting for the following, and we're doing that twice. So you get slashed twice in quick succession. You're hit for 11.
Holy crap, that's a lot of damage.
So as the creature bashes into you quickly, you note the pain in your body. You quickly realize that you're going to need a bit of help. As you kind of stumble back and bloodied, you note that you were bleeding from the area that the impact happened.
It's not good at all. He doesn't look okay.
Yeah, so you kind of reel back against those who are behind you. The armor kind of looks on and immediately tries to give chase. Oh, I don't know why your icon went in between people. You're kind of just backed up a bit. But the armor is kind of just right on you. You see the armor kind of plant its feet and kind of just start looking around itself, kind of quickly left and right, left and right. With this, you kind of see this ongoing struggle in the armor, almost as if it's possessed by something. As Bennett kind of looks on to see the best course of action as your turn approaches. What do you do?
Okay, so I'm not even sure if this is gonna work, but putting both hands together, I gather a bit of sweat, and as I start chanting, my eyes kind of glowing a bright white, I form a ice knife.
All right. So the shards kind of come around you and create this just long, kind of, dagger-sized sharp blade made out of the now hardening crystallized sweat, I guess, or at least the water from your sweat kind of crystallizes into it.
Alright. And with that, I'm going to look over the balcony and I'm going to take aim at the first Sorry, at the first suit of ice climbing up the stairs.
Okay.
Alright, so I need to make a ranged spell attack first. See if this hits.
So I'm going to move you kind of into place because you have to be within 5 feet, but standing over a balcony should give you the leverage to do so.
Okay. 24 to hit.
Excellent. You definitely. Okay. So as you go ahead and what's your damage roll? But as you go ahead, you launch your ice knife directly at the armor.
Alright. So the armor takes 3 damage.
Give me 1 sec to kind of run this down, find some things. You said 3 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so it staggers the armor back a bit as it's unsuspectingly hit by the knife. It falls back down the steps, hitting the other animated armor as well, and knocking them both downstairs into prone positions.
Okay.
Smooth.
You can hear this. You can hear this as you can almost immediately tell that the armor is hitting the other armors, and they're all kind of falling down the stairs in succession underneath you.
Okay. Is the ice knife still with the armors? Because there's a second part to the spell.
It should still be stuck into the armor piece you threw.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna need all the suits of armor, assuming they're all within 5 feet, to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. So as the armor is kind of in low position of making it because they're prone, they're going to have to roll with a disadvantage. You said it's a dex check or a
Yes.
save?
Dex
All right,
save.
and all right, so there are 4 pieces of armor that are now below altogether. So let's just do that really quickly. That's 1, 2, that's 3, that's 4. So 15, 7, 6, 20.
15 and 20 make it, 7 and 6 do not.
Okay.
So they take. So 7 and 6 take 6 damage. 15, 20 only take 3. But there's a. So as they kind of lie there, that ice knife starts to crystallize more as it explodes in this orb of cold, roughly 5 feet.
Oh, okay. So they're getting pretty much slammed. You said how much damage altogether?
6 damage.
Okay, cool. So the animated armors on the steps are kind of prone and kind of trying to get back up. With this, do you have any other movements or actions you want to take or can take?
With the other movements I have, I'm going to shift myself over to behind Jotun. Kind of back to where I was originally.
So you kind of move back halfway, focusing on the armor in front of you, and also just keeping in the back of your mind that there's still 4 pieces of armor laying on the ground underneath you.
Right.
With that, Gaston's turn starts. You kind of start your turn kind of a bit bloodied, a bit confused, hanging on to what you have as you kind of start thinking about what's next what's next for your character.
Reeling back from getting pummeled on by the armor, Gaston looks back and does a small grin and enters a rage.
Okie doke. So as you kind of look on and enter the rage, your body starts to feel just top of the line. Your muscles start to ache. You get the sensation of the arenas that you long for.
Drawing my great sword, I'm gonna move where behind, well, not behind. Well, is that north? Above the armor. I'm gonna move above the armor,
Okay.
giving.
So you're gonna move like right here.
Yeah, I want to give Lucian line of sight on him.
Okay. So as you move to that direction, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and make a saving throw for me, as the armor swings wildly at anything around it in quick succession.
Is it
Hold
strength?
on one sec. Yeah, I just need to double check my rule set here. Give me one sec.
God, man, don't die.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Strength or
It's a dex save. You're moving.
save, right?
Yes, sir. Excellent. As the armor just swings down its arm at you, you kind of jump out of the way and get right inside of it with your greatsword kind of heavily prepared. What action do you take to, meet the armor on headlong? As you kind of prepare yourself for it, the armor twists its head and looks at you. You shouldn't be here. It kind of groans at you. He is ancient. It chants towards you.
Lifting my great sword above my head, I simply say, quit the gravel and fall, you tin can, and bring my great sword and cleave it across his chest, essentially.
Okay.
That's a. Let me roll.
Man, there better be a lot of damage coming out of this.
Oh shit.
Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming out of that.
No, that's his hit.
I know.
All right. So you certainly hit him, bypassing his defenses. Great sword aimed directly at the bulk of his chest.
Oh shit.
All right. So as you slam into him with your greatsword, you are able to carve off a chunk of armor and kind of send him back, kind of reeling down towards the others, actually.
Good.
Oh, really?
God.
Yeah.
Okay, so until my turn, he has he's missing 10 feet of movement. By the way.
So you lowered his movement by 10 or his speed by 10?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna just point my sword at him, smiling in my turn.
Just for clarification, because I don't know everyone by their images yet. Are there any of the big hitting frontliners over there?
Yes.
Two of them.
So as the armor kind of just automates and looks around, you can still see it kind of growing down on all fours and kind of breaking its armor around itself, looking like just a beast at this point, glaring up at everyone. Do you have any movement or anything else?
No.
Okay. So as this is going on, you hear a clanking from the stairs below. It's pretty safe to assume that one of the armor sets is on its feet. You note that instead of kind of climbing up the stairs, it kind of stairs and begins to climb down the steps.
Oh no, I don't like that.
As it gets to about 10 feet away from the balcony, it launches itself at the balcony, shattering through it. I'm going to need both Kester and Bennett to make dex saves.
Oh God.
Crap.
Just when we thought we had area control. 16.
Oh, sick.
Awesome. So as the armor kind of just bashes through the balcony, you both get thrown kind of forward a bit. Luckily, you're quick enough to jump out of the way before it damages anything. It falls prone on its face right on the balcony, breaking it, and just kind of making this weird, strange, he is the land. Just over and over, he is the land. As it slams into the wooden oak floors and kind of slowly brings them up, it kind of sees looking around. As that happens, it kind of swipes very quickly left and right, but again, you were managed to get out of the way and it's quite prone. With that, it kind of turns sadly as Jotun looks on with armor behind you on the ground and armor directly in front of you on the floor looking to attack. It is your turn to figure it out. What do you do?
Oh no, I'm surrounded. I want to like grab the one in front of me and like. Sorry about that. I want to grab it and like. Kind of like slam it to the ground.
You gotta like roll for grapple.
Oh, I'm sorry. Again, I keep muting myself. Anyway, that sounds good. Go ahead and roll. Yeah, exactly what Isaiah said. Roll for a grapple. So it's a strength check.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Didn't know we were yodeling. Hey, Dave.
Do I have proficiency?
I don't know. Do you have proficiency in grappling for any reason?
No, I have proficiency in strength, so I don't know.
I mean, if you have proficiency in strength, it is added to your. Well, no, if you're not proficient in grappling as an actual skill, you wouldn't have proficiency. You would just add the regular strength modifier as needed. So just
That's
yeah, you can add the strength
skill.
modifier. I'll allow that.
Okay.
Is grappling a skill?
No, it's not. It's still based on athletics.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But I mean, in this case, it's fine. It makes sense that you would add your strength if you're trying to grab someone.
Proficiency or no?
Yes.
So, with that, you reach down, even though this thing is kind of clawing and whatnot, bypassing it and just getting a grab on it as you lift it up over your shoulder.
Where's my bookie?
What would you like to do with it?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna slam it to the ground as hard as possible.
Cool. So you slam this armor into the ground. Go ahead and I'm gonna let you roll your attack for that. So go ahead and roll whatever your normal attack would be.
Wow.
Right, good times, right? Good times. So, wait, is that your? No, that's your hit, right?
Hmm?
Is that your hit die that you're rolling? Because I'm pretty sure you don't roll a d20 for damage.
Oh,
You don't have to roll hit. That was kind of the grapple succession.
Mm.
I'm gonna ask a terrible question. Do you know what your damage rolls is?
what do you mean, like without a weapon or?
No, like well, it's gonna be without, but I'll add it in. It doesn't matter. We'll just have it if it's crazy. But you're just normal attack. What would you normally roll for an attack for a damage roll? Not hit, just the attack, just the damage.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
With a weapon, I guess.
Yeah, like
Because
if you're holding a weapon, what weapon does your character use?
Right now it's a longsword.
Okay, so
oh,
with the
then yeah, roll
longsword,
a longsword
I'm
damage.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a D6. So it's a
So
D6
no,
plus.
1d8.
Oh, it's a
1d8.
D8. Okay, cool.
Or
So it's
1d10
one.
if you use both hands.
Well, we're grappling for both hands, so let's just go with the 1d8. So yeah, because we're getting this is this is the part
It's not my strong suit. Shut up.
this is the part where learning how you play the game is kind of a thing. Like you need to know your rolls. So you would roll your D8 plus your proficiency bonuses you have. No, I'm sorry. Proficiency is for hit. Damage is only rolled with the strength.
D8 and
So
strength.
yeah, so you're gonna roll your D8 with strength.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cool. So you slam the armor down into the ground, kind of let me see what you, yeah, kind of just like half-heartedly knocking a bit of its shoulder armor off. You can hear it kind of make a strange sound as it kind of jumps back and kind of leans into the wall, almost afraid of something. Do you have any movements or anything else you can or would do to reposition before your turn ends?
Yeah, I'm gonna move
Beef.
up and away from the other one so that it doesn't like try to attack me.
All right, I got you. So you're going to move up and away. So I'm just gonna assume that means like up here, since
Yeah,
I'm
pretty much.
slowly building a magic grid with everyone. All right, cool. So as this is happening, and you all kind of witness Jotun's strength slamming this creature into the ground, you note the click clacking again from the floor below as other armors are slowly getting to their feet.
Ugh. That is not good.
Who were the
So
two?
you start to realize in a bit of a panic that you're slowly being surrounded by these creatures that are just constantly chanting, "He is the ancient, he is the land," as they kind of make these clicking and clanking sounds with their armor, just slamming their arms at things. You note that this particular animated armor carries a piked spear with the kind of a metal wolf's head stuck to it, armored as well, as it kind of slowly like slides up the steps looking for its next kill. Stopping it directly in front of Satiro, it kind of looks over and it just kind of slams down um, its spear directly in your line of sight.
Oh dang.
Anybody seen Job?
Yeah, he definitely hits.
Yeah, he's with you guys.
Oh, sick.
Oh, just so you're aware, Job's non-combat. He's not
Oh
gonna.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
none
wouldn't. I
of the
wouldn't
NPCs
imagine.
are. Yeah, I wouldn't do that because I don't feel like babysitting. So I'm not actually gonna. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
if combat starts, you can imagine Job standing as far away as he can, just waving and saying, "Oh, I'm going to read. You all, you take care of that. I'm just a thief."
Oh, that
No,
sounds
it's
fun.
like, oh,
Yeah, you can
Get some
imagine.
Man,
him read.
Do I roll
yeah,
a
you ever
save?
met a thief named Rain Vesperia?
He kind of
Okay.
shrugged
Uh,
on the outset. Hmm, sounds familiar. There are tales of gentlemanly thieves throughout the world. Cool. Let me just double check. What is your
So does anyone with high strength still in the bottom?
So what is he at? 16? What did I roll? I rolled a 17. Ooh, goody. I'm gonna slam your face in. Oh wait, I'm supposed to roll twice. Ha ha ha. Ha
Oh, I was
ha
gonna say, am I
ha.
allowed to roll a save?
There we go. No, you can't roll a save against an armor check. It's just checking your AC.
For the attack, not the AC.
I don't know what that means. You can't roll a save if you're being attacked if it's an AC check, if it's a hit. Because he's
Yeah.
hitting you. Like you're not
Mm.
like there's no argument.
Roll saves for spells.
Yeah,
Oh,
you roll,
okay.
you
Certain
roll saves
spells.
when you have to move. Like
Or
saves,
traps.
dex saves or movement. You
I
you
put
don't have
all
to
this
move
into
because
my
he's
dex.
slicing
That's
through your
crazy.
armor. So he slams through your armor quickly as he can with his spear. He throws kind of an additional force at you.
Mm.
So within this crushing blow, you were immediately dropped to 0 health and knocked unconscious.
Well, that's not good at all.
You fall on the ground, bleeding out slowly. Go ahead for me and roll a death save.
God, you got crit.
Okay. Let's.
Oh, quick note:
Imagine.
he did not
Where?
get crit. He just got hit.
So dex save, right?
Yes, sir.
Which is a d20, 3d20s.
Nope, just one d20.
1d20. No, my luck is going to be not 20. 19. Close.
Lucky. So as you're bleeding out, your friends slowly see you manage to I guess deal with the foreboding pain slowly. Keep that number in mind as we move forward.
Will do.
So as this is happening, another armor starts to clank up the steps.
Fuck me, it sounds like a retreatable moment.
You're gonna find, honestly, most of these moments will be something like that. So this one kind of gets to a area of the steps and jumps as hard as he can forward. Guy, go ahead and make a dex save. So as the armor kind of slams into the balcony, you quickly jump out of the way, and it hits itself against the balcony, shatters it, and then falls back down into the dark, slamming down and going prone once again. You can hear the armor kind of fall apart a bit as it gets a bit clanked for wear. With this, you can hear another armor pacing and racing itself back up the steps as well. Wait, where'd this one go? Hey, where'd my armor go? That's one. Where'd this one go? Hey, the hell's my armor? Give me a sec. I can't figure out where my armor is. Oh, there he is. He got kind of far. This one also attempts the same jump as it's seen its partner do. Guy, go ahead and make another dex save. That's close.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't hear anything.
Oh no, I was just talking to Guy. Oh, okay. That's not close enough though. So as this is occurring, the creature kind of slams its body into you and manages to get to the position very quickly. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Bless you. You're all right. So it kind of whips its arm at you. You can feel your body kind of take the slight hit and get knocked kind of back a bit, pushed. This creates room for the armor to slowly start its attack to mangle and destroy all of you. Bless you. So as this happened, you grab your arm where he hit you. It's kind of crushed a bit. You can kind of feel something running down it. You're not sure if it's blood or just sweat as you kind of get moved back. Let's say you get kind of pushed down towards this area here, and then I'll talk about whatever I just saw in the chat. So you kind of get squished over here and pushed. With that, the armor just kind of clanks again. He is the way. Seeing this, Vimic tries his best to handle the situation. And just once again, for everybody else, so that's how you do your damage stuff. If I actually have to post that again, I'm gonna scream and kill one of you for fun.
Real quick, which one of these character things is Jada?
Vimic, the one whose turn is now.
Ah.
Gotta say, combat's slightly faster. The mics are helping, but still, need you guys to actually focus on at least the combat when it comes up and not dilly-dally. That's what the planning stage was for, to figure out what you want to do. Just basic stuff. Yes, what is it, Isaiah? Nope, forget Isaiah. I need you to, take your turn.
So the armor creature by me, is that one dead?
No, there's absolutely nothing dead yet. They're all very much alive and pissed off.
Ah, okay.
The one by you, the reason it's darker than the others, I'm putting colors on things just so I denote things, but he's been slowed by
So
10
he's
speed.
okay. Okay. Uh, I may ask you for this on my turn. Okay. I'll make note of that. So I'm going to rush one of the armor creatures, and I'm going to raise my great axe and slash at them.
Cool. Please, so the one closest to you, I'm assuming, or it's
Yeah, the
whichever
one
one.
closest to me.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
So
the one by me.
all right, so you kind of raced into this creature that's kind of thrown back against the wall, kind of spider-like on the wall, just looking around. Do me a favor and roll for hit and roll for damage.
Very so slow. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, Zion's not next. It's Carl's character. But Carl's character is currently down. Wait, Mr. Jackson, do I hit or not? That's roll to hit.
Oh, that's the roll to hit. I'm sorry. I was trying to answer or help out Jeanette a bit because
Oh,
the numbers and stuff, it's easy when you just kind of get everything down. So you actually miss your attack as your greatsword kind of slides directly past the armor and slams into the wall.
I
Based
can't
on
attack again.
Do you have a multi-attack to attack more than once?
That's a skill, right?
This is a feat
Level
you,
5.
yeah, that is a feat you get oh, it's level 5, so yeah, you couldn't attack more than once then.
Yeah, so I only get to attack once. So I can't attack on like a bonus action.
Not unless you have a feat that says you can.
Understandable,
You could
understandable.
do two-handed fighting.
No, that's fighter. That's fighter. Barbarian is one time.
Hmm.
Shoot. Okay, so I'm gonna move back a bit, right by where Kes Kester, is that how you say the name?
It is indeed.
Okay, so I'm gonna move right in front of Kester so I can like block any attacks. Um,
Okay, so I'm gonna stand
and
kind of like this.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. Okay, I'm
So
gonna end my
all right. So as the creature on the wall is incredibly damaged, it doesn't seem to be able to make a counterattack towards you. With that said, you kind of go and put your greatsword right up against your chest, looking back towards Kester. With that, Stero, its turn is up. Carl, go ahead and roll another d20 for me. I said I was going to roll the death saves, but I felt like it'd
Yeah.
be just
Oh.
nicer if you did, just because they're your death saves. Okay. So you see as Cicero begins to slowly bleed out more. It's becoming a more dire situation at this point.
Oh God, he's the guy. He's the guy that saves. Oh, this is bad.
So let's darken that a little bit. It's getting pretty dark. Okay, with that we move on to Lucian. You look at the surroundings right next to you. One of your comrades is already on the floor bleeding out as the others seem a bit shaken.
I'm gonna ask Jotun if Jotun, how you pronounce that name?
Whose name?
Jotun.
Jotun?
Yeah, Jotun.
It's just exactly how it's spelled, except the J is a Y. That's all you have to remember.
So I'm gonna move towards the armor south of Sotero, and as I pass, I'm gonna ask Jotun if I can get in between the armor that's on the stairs and by Sotero. I'm gonna try to shove that armor off the balcony.
You want me to move over there?
I'd like you to move in between Sotero and the armor on the stairs so he doesn't like eviscerate him even more.
You wanted to eviscerate me?
Look up and down, Jotun. I don't think it's gonna have anything to do to you.
Okay, I guess. And
All
I'll
right.
just move over.
With the assistance of help, you redefend yourself in front of, if I'm not mistaken, here.
Is that what he said? Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to shove that armor off the balcony. It's a
Oh,
D20.
okay. So for that, you're going to want to do two things. Actually, no, you're just going to want to make a strength check, actually.
Here we go. Mamma mia, let's go.
So as you go ahead and kind of ball up your arms against your chest and slam your shoulder forward, you manage to kind of take the armor off guard and just knock it back over the steps. You hear it crash to the ground, and as you kind of peer over the balcony down, you can see that it's fallen into pieces, kind of just shattering itself into its helmet and its chest piece and its legs.
Take a good sigh of relief. Would I be able to drag Taro away, or is that an action?
Now it's going to take a full action.
I can't do much else here. That's my turn.
All right. So as you kind of breathe a bit of a sigh of relief because at least one piece of armor doesn't seem to be getting back up, top of the turn goes to Kester.
Wait, die.
No, because you don't count.
Yeah.
Wait, why don't you
What?
count? Hold on.
I'm number 7.
One, two,
He's
three,
last.
four,
Yeah.
five, six.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
his turn.
You legit weren't on the list. Why aren't you on your own list? Or not your own list? Who made this list? Hold on. It's
I
probably
think
my
it
fault.
was.
But
I thought
oh,
I thought Zion did.
sorry. I was yeah. It's Zion didn't put you on the list. There you go.
My bad,
Like
my bad.
nah, that's fine.
It's alright.
It's a game. Shit
I made
happens.
it. I put it back in the what's name.
No, I saw it. I appreciate that. You guys doing those little things for me are super helpful for just getting this done. All right, cool. Looking around based on the situation, Exalf is you know, kind of up to bat and still kind of looking around at what's going on.
Okay. So quick, I was going quick rush towards I can't, Celtic. I can't pronounce his name. I'm gonna rush toward him, and as he put his hand out, his like his wood exterior arm began to secrete a
Sorry,
yellow
I
liquid.
know some of these names are hard, but I don't. I actually need to know who you're talking about. Like,
Zero,
who?
Carl.
Oh, okay.
zero.
So it's just Satero, like tarot cards with a C in front of it. Satero.
Okay. His all rush towards Taro. As he put his hand out, as he a flower begins to bloom from his hand, as it drops, or it begins to spray like ale liquid on Carl's on his wound, healing him for I 9
All right.
9
So with
health.
that, Satero is kind of gently awakened by this. I guess you called it a liquid, huh?
I mean, it's a flower. It's like
Oh,
So just dew from
like
a flower.
yeah,
now
it's like a flower that drops like a warm nectar on his face, hit him in the face.
I'm with it. Specifically, what did you do? Just so I'm aware.
Oh, Q wounds.
Okay, that's all I need to know. So, as this is happening, you're kind of surrounded by this warmth. It is somewhat familiar to you, Sotero, as you have, again, the experience with the church and just being a priest of light to see kind of this healing glow. With that said, you kind of get to one knee and you're a bit shaken, dried blood kind of covering part of your armor. You kind of look around, just surprised to be up. With that, you remove yourself immediately from the situation and try to get yourself together. Any additional moves, guy? Anything else?
Um,
Guy, any additional movement or anything like that?
Oh, I was fucking mute as shit. Okay, I'll move on towards your time, 5 feet, and end my turn over there.
Just gonna kind of put you next to him. All right. So with that, now we're at the top of the turn. Kester, as you look on, things are looking pretty up as you see your priest seems to be back on his feet.
when are you guys gonna throw the armor off?
All right. I spin my cane in my hands really, really quickly as I move around the muck. I raise it up as a batter would. Then I swing clean across the chest of armor the armor right next to the balcony, trying to knock it over the edge. Oh wait, it's prone, right? Golf it is.
Wait, let me think. No, it actually hit, so it's not prone so much as it's kind of on all fours, almost like a
Oh.
dog would be.
Oh, I thought you said prone. Oh, never mind then. Yeah, so
Could
either
have
way,
swung
it's
it for
still
prime.
golf.
Is it? Was this the one that missed? There were two.
Yeah, it missed.
One
Oh
I
yeah,
missed.
it did miss. Yeah, it is prone. It is laying prone.
Okay,
Yeah.
sick. Golf it is. So
Roll
yeah,
advantage.
yeah, I know. I swing it downwards into it, trying to knock it off the edge, as yeah, you would. Plus, stuff? What's my stuff? What's my stuff? What's my stuff? Quarter
1d8,
staff.
1d8, or 1d6.
Uh,
If you use two hands, 1d8,
yeah, I know
1d8, 1d6.
1d8. I said golf. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty smart. Wing. Yeah, and let's try to get that net 20. Nope. So 19.
All right. So with that, you kind of again with the
Mm.
swing of golf strike at the head of the armor and kind of knock it back. Based on its prone position, it kind of just rolls off and falls down onto the stairs below. You hear like a heavy clank as the stairs below are quite a distance and a ways. As it kind of just shatters, you can see the armor parts just go everywhere and scatter.
I wave over the edge as I take my position. Well, where I originally was, right next to Vimok. To the right of him.
All right.
As I end my turn.
All right. So as this happens, immediately just kind of vaulting off the wall, the armor kind of locks into whoever really just, caused issues for it, and it strikes towards Gaston.
Oh god.
Oh
You
shit.
can see it kind of falling apart now as the lower part of it kind of starts to shatter and
That
fall on
must
the
be
ground,
weaker.
as the upper part just kind of swings both arms straight down towards you.
It must be weaker now. Doesn't even have a body.
Weaker. It's not a living thing.
Yo, it doesn't have the body mass
Oh,
to.
I hate when that happens. Hold on a sec.
Either way, it's just so massive.
Oh man, it has so much less mass and weight to its attacks. It must be weaker.
That'll work out. So we have 17 and 11, and you're at 15. So one of the strikes is going to strike you.
No, not
You'd have
that.
disadvantage to be honest.
No, not that guy.
It's
Wow.
it's animated armor. It doesn't technically have anything.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's animated armor. It doesn't live.
So with that, you see an arm kind of strike at you. It hits you hard enough where it knocks you down.
Wait, is
You
it bludgeoning?
Is it bludgeoning? I imagine it would be
Raging.
since it's
So
just.
that's
Raging.
what's half of that?
Oh, good, good. Half of 5 is 2.
I'm
That's
still up.
always then that's always been halved.
No, it's half because he's enraged.
Always
If I'm not
enraged.
mistaken. So with that, it is 2 as he kind of slams into you. You get knocked back to one knee as while still kind of bloodied, you're not injured enough to have it be a problem, but you're injured enough where you need to be very wary of your situation, as any singular bit of damage will kill you outright. It seems. With that, you kind of stagger back a little bit as the armor falls completely to the ground, prone, thanks to its leglessness, and slowly starts to crawl towards you, just
Oh,
repeating slowly, "He is the land. He is the way. He is
Oh,
the
he's not.
ancient."
The dude's prone.
Yeah, he's just prone crawling towards you now.
Oh, okay, cool.
oh, that's gonna be sick.
Don't blindly move away from him, please.
Oh boy. Magical popcorn as I watch the madness unfold.
So, with that being said, the armor's kind of just worse for wear, slowly just clanking away. It goes back to Bennett.
Okay. What things in the current state? Bennett will. I will put both my hands together, and as I part them and move them, kind of slowly, creating somewhat of an after image. The after images start to distort and start to form their hands into certain symbols. As I put them back together, and I just say, "That's enough." As a bolt of chaotic energy switching from different colors shapes in my hands, and I
Yeah.
launch a bolt at the suit of armor that is prone. I
Okay.
have to make a ranged spell attack. $15.
So that is going to slightly miss him.
Oh.
Is it an AoE or is it a direct attack?
I believe it's a direct attack.
Okay, yeah, so that's gonna move
Cool.
past him and miss.
Damn.
Actually, he's prone. Good. Did you roll with Nope, you did not. Roll with You have advantage on the roll.
Oh, okay. 8. Yeah, that didn't help.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
So yeah, it just barely misses him and grazes him by. He kind of just makes a kind of weird chuckle sound.
Well, that sucked. Uh, I guess with that, I'm just gonna move over to Kester and Vimic. Is there anything else I could do? I think that's it. I guess standing by Kester and Mimic, I'll just start mumbling to myself, and I'll end my turn there.
All right, so as you start to speak tongues to yourself, ending your turn, Vimic and Kester kind of take note of this. That
And I
said,
thought I was mad.
Gaston's to one knee, kind of clutching your shoulder, looking on at this armor that's slowly creeping towards you. You look to your party and look back to see what you can do. It's now or never. It's kill or be killed.
Okay, so
that's disengaging.
okay, yeah. So the only thing I can do is this. I'm going to the dude in front of me is prone, right? The armor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Mr. J, I think you're muted or something.
Am
Unless
I?
you just didn't talk.
Can you guys hear me?
And now we can.
Oh yeah, he's prone. He's crawling towards you.
How does he look exactly? Like how much bad shape is he in? From what I can.
He's only half of himself at this point, where his legs and armor, his leg armor is behind him. It's just his torso and his arms slowly crawling.
And he's within 5 feet, right?
He is within 5 feet of you.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's just do it. Kneeling, I'm going to stand up and I'm not grinning anymore, and I'm just going to glare at the animated armor on the ground and try to decapitate the animated armor's the arm. I'm going to try to decapitate it.
All right, do your thing.
I have advantage, right?
Yes.
20
Yes, he is prone.
plus 4.
That's wrong.
No,
Do it again. Do it again, please.
Again.
20 plus 4.
Another one.
Stop.
Sick.
Are you serious?
That's brutal. So as you kind of bring your axe down, it slams right next to the armor. As you kind of hear this, it kind of sticks its arm out at you, trying to attack, but it seems to be a bit weak with its arm as it kind of pushes itself closer to you and raises its other arm. Do you have any movement or anything else you would like to do?
Uh, I don't think so. No, because moving away is I'm going to get hit if I move away. So no.
All right. So you remain armored and waiting. As this is going on, the armor from the stairs, the only one remaining, kind of with pike in hand, stabs forward at
Side.
whatever's around it, and kind of
Oh
just like
goodness.
waves its waves itself around. Because of the dual attack, it attacks both or at least it tries to attack both Jotun and Exalth at the same time. The 11 for Jotun, which misses, and the 17 for Exalth, which hits. You feel quickly as the stab of the wolf head hits you directly. It's kind of
Is
a
it done?
staggering. I'm sorry.
I didn't
Kind of.
know.
If
Is
if
it
you're
done
not
small?
if you're
Oh
It's
oh,
done
okay,
small, right?
let me just
Huh?
my god.
hit
Who's
that real quick.
talking
So
about those
if you are
fish?
not speaking, mute your mic, please, because
Of
you know.
course.
So as this is going on, do you have anything that halves this or makes this less damage? By the way.
Haha, hell no.
Okay,
I'll take
cool.
that full damage.
Yeah, you're slammed to the ground, bleeding and blood pouring out of you from your wound. Um,
Do we have any rogues?
you do not, which is
Wasn't that
kind of
interesting?
which, which is
Wow.
kind of wild, actually.
I would have played a rogue if I knew that. Dang.
Oh no, no, I'm a ranger. What do you mean?
It's not a rogue though, but it's close.
That's not the same.
Anyway, as this being said, the armor kind of turns its attention directly towards Jotun and just continues to chant, "He is ancient. He is the land."
Wait, he just died?
Got whacked, bro.
No, he's not dead. He's just bloodied.
Oh, okay.
No.
This brings up
Unless I'm wrong and he actually died.
This brings up Jotun's turn.
Okay.
Did he die?
Didn't he
So
get
I'm
knocked
gonna
out?
I'm gonna like punch at the animated armor in front of me, and like using that force to like get it to like push it down behind on the stairs.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I'm gonna like try to repeatedly punch at the animated armor in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, basically that kind of thing. And to use that force to push it down the stairs.
All right. So let's just go with the normal hits, and then I'll include that based on the damage.
Okay.
Also, are you using a weapon?
I have one, but I don't want to use it.
Bro, punch
Okay.
is strong. Punch is strong.
Yeah, you never know. It could work.
I mean, mainly because of my background that I don't want to use a weapon.
Oh no, no, I'm not. I'm not judging. Play.
So with that, you are going to go ahead and throw your kind of fist forward, completely missing the armor. As one of your hands does graze the armor, it moves and your hand slams into the armor enough for it to be damaged a bit. You take no damage, but you do kind of rail back in pain as the armor kind of just continues chanting and staring at you, preparing its spirit to go directly through you.
Pain for my hand?
No, just you punch the armor, hand hurts, armor looks at you, gets ready to stab you.
I don't have hands, so that's kind of interesting. But anyway,
Oh yeah,
uh,
you do have hands. You got robot hands, don't you?
yeah. So I would
Yeah, that's
really
what I'm
feel
talking
pain.
about.
How do you feel pain in your hands then?
In
Yeah.
that case, they vibrate because you hit the armor and it's metal. So you're shaking. There you go.
Okay. So I'm gonna like kind of guard, preparing for like an attack for bonus.
If I mute you, can you unmute yourself or no? I have to actually do that
Absolutely
too.
not. You have to unmute them.
If it's a
Oh,
silver
my
mute,
bad.
You got to mute them yourself.
If it's got the red symbol, they're permanently shut up.
So a regular mute is cool.
Oh yeah, should work.
If I regular mute you, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you guys can mute yourselves. All right. Hey, guy, not guy. I'm sorry, Zion. Yeah, mute your mic when you're not talking. So you should have control back. And that you said you're gonna move or no?
What's the word? Not dodge. Guard? Yeah. Prepare a
Oh,
guard or something.
gotcha, gotcha.
So is it guys rolling or no?
Let's see. What do we got? So with that being said, Vimica readies themselves. So notably enough, what's going on in the situation across from you is that young Hexolf, after bravely rescuing Sotero, has fallen to one of the pieces of armor. You have an armor that is directly to the east of you, kind of crawling towards Gaston, trying to eliminate and end his life as well. And there's an armor on the stairs with a spear that is still readily attacking and rather strong.
So who's next? Or
Vimic. Did I not say that? Feel like I did.
That is sick.
They may not be there due to issues.
Oh, Jada, you alive? Yes, no? Before I skip you slash throw you over the balcony. Gotcha. Cool. Skipping.
Sick.
Wait.
Oh wow.
Error.
Not skipping. There we go. Are you able to take your turn? Cool. Please take your turn.
Oh, you're a monodrum. That is sick.
oh no.
What do you mean by until I sneeze? That doesn't make sense.
I'm try to rush again towards the enemy that bring down. Yeah. Do your thing.
That's a 14. All right, roll again, roll again, roll again, please, immediately. You have advantage. See, much better. I'll roll that damage.
Lovely. Ow. So, as you bring your great axe slamming down towards this armor, kind of standing above you, because I'm just gonna put you directly above him, almost cutting him off at the pass.
I'm gonna help you out in my next turn, so don't worry. Did you roll that damage? Jada, did you roll for damage? Or?
Not a lot of these kill you outright, huh?
Yeah, I'm just waiting on the damage roll.
Please, please roll, please. Swing your great axe, man.
Bro, what you mean sigh, bro? It's level 1.
5. That is 5 damage to the armor.
Right? Yeah, because you're probably not going to roll too much bigger than that normally. Uh, what do we got? So as you have your great axe come crashing down above this creature, you slam it directly into its back, cracking open its armor and revealing nothing inside. As you do that, you kind of feel and hear a release of air almost, just that as the armor seizes and it just falls apart beneath you.
Sick. That's sick. Good job over there.
Fire. Who's next?
So as this is occurring, the armor that's on the staircase looks up and kind of turns its head a bit as it also shatters to pieces and falls
Ah,
one way.
man.
Sick. Let's go.
That was the one
And
controlling all of them.
Who
I'll,
gives a damn?
you probably should pay attention to that actually. And look,
Oh, well,
might
in that case,
might
I
slightly
guess
help you
we
in the
should.
future. I'm just throwing some things at your way.
Right.
There's lots of mechanics in this go round. Um, So with that, your combat ends. You are not getting experience points, just so you're aware.
You're
You're going to level up based on milestones for for this area until you actually enter Barovia proper. Experience won't be discussed, so don't think it's weird. You do get an experience this campaign, just not right now.
Oh,
It's going to be
sick.
a mixture of both. So with that, I guess we could stop the scary playtime music and go back to the music.
I'm
Oh
gonna
boy.
attempt. So real quick, can you heal your own wound, Zal?
Doesn't it take you like a while?
Oh,
Oh
you're
wait,
not
oh you
dead.
mean him? Oh, you mean
No,
him?
not dead. Oh, we did
Aren't you
not
like
level up. We did not level up.
we did
Also, can
not
you
level?
heal your wound, or can I make an attempt? Do you want me to make an attempt to at least patch it up?
I mean, I can, yes, but am I alive
Okay,
though? That's
solid.
Maximus J.
You are
I
alive. You're
mean,
bleeding.
you're quite literally still bleeding out on the ground, so you are going to do the following for me. You are going to roll death saves, or you're going to figure out a way. Well, actually, let's just roll the death saves first, and then after that, you can exhaust whatever else you are going to do to not die. So go ahead and roll me 3 saves.
Sick. I'm good on you.
Hey,
15.
And this coincides with. Did you roll any before? Yes, right or no?
No, it's my first one.
Okay, yeah, that
I
was
was
my
with
fault. I
that
should have had you
before.
roll as soon as you died.
That's sick. That's sick.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
7.
That's one good, one bad.
too bad.
2.
Ooh,
Two good.
one more.
Okay, he
Yeah, that's
passes.
money.
Yeah,
Cool.
I
So
rolled
with
above
that,
10.
Exalt manages to stumble to his feet. No real worse for wear with 1 health. Oopsie. I need to stop that. Yep, I need to stop
hey,
hitting
oh,
buttons.
could I?
He gets back on his
This is,
feet, then bursts into
oh
blood.
yes.
Like yo,
This is what I'm in combat. Can I take this moment to you know, restore?
What do you mean? Can you?
If you
Mhm.
can restore, you're allowed
Like,
to do it.
oh,
Quick
can I?
real quick health checks before we move on. I'm gonna
I
go a
was
second or two longer just to get to the next room, if you will. Let's see. Bennett's at 9, Sotero's at 9, Gaston's at 1, Jotun's at 12, Kester's at 7, Lucian's at 13, Vimac is at 14, and Assault is at 1.
I pick
Okay.
up like scraps of armor if they're light enough. They got pretty much
Um,
shattered.
I mean, it's shattered bit. You could pick up the pieces of metal scrap. You could do that. But there's no formed armor anymore. It's just kind of rusted metal
Like
pieces.
yeah, later when I get pretty much and start smithing stuff, it's like scraps of metal. I'll be able to make ammo later. So just scraps of metal.
Okay. Um, if I may intervene, I'll walk over to Exalt and raise out my left hand. I don't want to say proudly. I'll just raise out my left hand and say, "Thank you for saving me. You have my blessings." As I'm waiting, are you gonna grab it? Need to know.
Yeah.
Just for the
Okay.
record, I'm taking enough scrap to make 20 rounds in the future.
All right. As he grabs my hand, I'm going to cast Healing Word. I guess that was the phrase, but yeah, its components is verbal, so that phrase was the verbal component, and
All
I'll
right,
cast
cool.
Healing Word.
Sorry, I just want to simplify it. So you're gonna take enough scraps to make 20 pieces of ammo. That's fine. That's gonna take up an inventory space though.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll figure that out.
All right, cool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry there, Carl. What were you saying? I apologize.
I walked over to Zolf and raised my left hand out towards him and said, Thank you for rescuing me. You have my blessings."
Lovely.
And as he
For the
grabs
record,
it, hmm?
Oh, let Carl finish.
sorry.
Okay. As he grabs it, I'll cast Healing Word on him.
Cool. Roll that for me. Hey, real quick, just to help out, and you're probably going to forget, but I'm probably going to remind you again. When you guys are role playing or doing anything that has a roll coming, do the roll. Don't wait. Because I'm not going to say no, you're not allowed to. Just do the roll. The worst that happens is you either miss or I ask you what you rolled for. Just make
Okay.
sure you're doing the roll so you don't have to, like, because you guys tend to wait for me to say yes or no, and that's not really how it works. Like, I can't say you're not allowed to heal someone. So just, so you rolled 9, so that's going to be added to the health. So uh, Exolf has 10 health now, and you guys are back in the running. Look at that, you survived your first encounter pretty well. Without wasting a shit ton of your spells. Sweet.
So for the record to the party, I'm putting down the bottle of alcohol that I got from the kitchen earlier. Does anyone want this?
No thanks.
No, nah, not a big drinker.
So,
Actually,
as this clamoring and click clacking has gone on, you hear in the west room on this map, it's be the south room right here, a kind of a scream or shouting from beyond the door. You can hear someone, a female voice going, "Is anyone there? What was that sound? Please, if anyone's there, let me know." With that, we're going to end the session.
Oh wait.
Sick.
Could I load my crossbow bow first before end the session?
I mean, you can do all that stuff. You just have to let me
Alright.
know at some point you loaded a
Alright, lit.
crossbow and all that stuff.
well, that's
Lit.
there. I know
So
one of
make you
these.
any proper notes you need to make, and then we can discuss any questions you have or go over some stuff. I kind of want to go over some stuff because you guys don't actually listen to me much, or at least you don't read. I've noticed people don't read much. I know slots to read and all that garbage. That said, real quick, going back to a few things, just gonna write this so I know. So one, so everyone should have base class armor and weapons at this point. If you're like, oh, I didn't get a weapon, yeah, you did. You just did. Um, Two, everyone has a bag for loot and a bag for coins. That's a fact. You can't say, no, I don't have one. You do. If you don't want one, you could say you threw it out. I don't know why you would do that. That would be completely unnecessary.
And that to me, I get more room.
Also, last but not least, the things I need you guys to have down for next game, and this is just for Jeanette really. I need you to know what your damage dice is and how to roll for attacks, because Jesus Christ, that's pretty much it. You guys did awesome. That was pretty good. Good stuff. Tactically, you're far more cohesive than I recall. What's that? What is that? What is this thing right here? Why is there a little black speck on this map? It's so
I just
weird.
assumed that
Hey,
was part of the house.
I
Yeah,
thought it
me
was like
too.
a hole in the floor.
Facts.
It's just been
It was kind
bothering
of.
me
I
though.
was kind of scared stepping on it. I thought it would be like, well, that's a part of the broken floor. You're gonna fall to the floor now.
No, but
That's
that
a
actually
spring
does
lock.
happen.
Oh god.
There are lots of
And
traps in this campaign. You just
Uh,
you'll be able to see most of them. They're not really hard traps to check. Anyway,
and I wanted. I
let's
wanted to
see.
throw that armor off the stairs so bad. What a shame.
I'll take that
Yeah, that
alcohol off your belt though. I
I
could
forgot
use
about
that
where's
this
this
door right
Joe?
evening.
here.
Sure, I
Okay.
pick it up. I pick it up from where I set it down and hand it to him.
I can use
As I
this to
store the as I store the metal scraps away.
Thanks.
Question,
I
where's
can use
Job?
this to try to make some temporary health. Back it out.
That is
I was
There we
sick.
mainly
go.
going to use it to
So
burn something, but
yeah,
hey,
so Job was pretty much, if anything, in this corner. Like he was pretty much in this
Ah,
corner
okay.
the entire
yeah,
time.
that's what I pictured.
Yeah, just kind of like, oh, huh. So just a quick note about NPCs you have in your party. Some of them are combat based. Some of them will help you in combat. Job is not combat based. He's mainly just your tutorial guy to
Okay.
like point things out when you're like, hey, let's not explore. He goes, wait, we should. That's pretty much what he's for. He
The
doesn't have any stat.
Jotorial.
Yeah, like he doesn't. Yeah, he's a Job tutorial. He doesn't have any stat block or anything. That's why he's not in combat. I didn't want to. Basically, I didn't want to make it easier for you to have me
Sick.
help you fight things. To be
That
honest.
that makes
Because
So,
sense.
if you
Joe, did you enjoy the show?
Joe kind of would shrug and just go, "You're not dead, but it came close. Pity.
But how was my swing though?
It's pretty good.
Hey,
You
I
see
tackled that
skills in
armor
the
off the
future.
balcony.
You guys actually did
Stop.
pretty cool stuff. That said, we're not at that point yet, but yeah, there would have been a few people who got inspiration for their turns.
Damn.
So I'll do a retro reward of inspiration when it comes up, but it is part of the game. It's a system, so it's going to come up at a point. Just remember, this entire thing is kind of like a tutorial introduction to what you're going to expect in the game.
Okay.
This is not the whole game.
Of course, I know.
Yeah. So the whole game's going to open up into very good stuff. But yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are doing pretty well. Does anybody have any question? Did any of the armor creatures drop weapons? No. So I will specifically tell you if something dropped. If I don't tell you anything dropped, nothing dropped. It's very specific in this.
Like, I figured they like 100% bursted into metal pieces.
Yeah, like this campaign has a lot to do with again, it's resource management. So things that drop will be very specific. Also, all the environments, you can take anything in the environment as well. So also, you should probably start looking at environmental things. I try to point that out with the balcony being broken and them jumping into it. So there's a lot of things you can do. You notably tried pushing people off the balcony. That's a good thing because there's lots of environmental stuff. So always ask during combat or when you're planning what is in the room. You know,
I
so
feel ya.
just make sure you're doing that because there's a lot of things. Like if you fought something where the room with the piano is, you could probably crack someone's head in the piano if you wanted to. Like I'm just saying. Anyway,
Yo, Super Mario 64 piano. Anybody else?
Okay, so we didn't level up, right?
no, you didn't
No.
level up.
9.
And we don't get natural XP from this until we leave the death house. Until then,
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
just
mean like
milestone.
the milestone, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's milestone. It's going to be a mix inside any story-based area. If you get to a certain point, I'm going to reward you with something. Outside in the world, it's experience points. So that's a
Okay.
way to think of it. It's not going to be like that 100% of the time, but most of the time. Milestone stuff will be given, like you'll get a level for doing something big, but you also gain just regular experience. The reason for this is because if one of you guys dies and you remake your character starting at 1, you're going to have to grind a little bit to level that character up. So that's what the experience is for. There might be a part in this game where you guys are like, hey, let's just walk into this forest and see what we can kill, because you may need the experience.
Okay. Pokemon all over again.
Yeah,
Sick,
something like that.
bro.
It's a
Yeah, you about to
role-playing
walk
game.
into the
Grind,
wild
huh?
area?
Anyway,
Sometimes it's just grind
Yeah, my
time.
question, Mr. J. With
Yeah.
the Book of Creature of Bervolia, is it in chapters? Like index text, like chapter 1, chapter 2?
I wouldn't go that in depth to it. I will say that the general overview of the creatures is just horror creatures. The best I could do is that chapters would be listed by creature. So chapter 1, of course, would well, it'd probably be alphabetized, but the main chapters would just to reflect the monsters of the land or the creatures of
Okay.
the land.
Go to
So
Castlevania Encyclopedia.
pretty much,
That's
yeah.
my accent right now. That's my
You'll
accent right now.
see
That's my accent right now.
you'll see things related to bats, vampires, werewolves, druids, abominations,
Ah,
flesh mounds,
is there any information about them?
necromancy,
And when do we
zombies.
fight Frankenstein?
Yo, chill.
Actually,
Yo,
I can't tell you when.
Wow, really?
yo, chill, bro.
Holy
Chill.
crap!
I mean, there's stuff in the game. That said, the information you would find in the book would only help you with your history or survival mechanics. So they would be brought up when you need it. You could think of
Okay.
them as general overviews and giving you information and histories of the creatures. With illustrations, so you would be able to ask me at a point, what is that creature? And then I would be able to tell you without it being like metagaming or anything,
Oh,
because
good
you have a
because
book. I'd say,
and
well,
also
in the book, you blah blah, yeah, and you have
it,
the
the
feat.
yeah. Um, question. Is there also pictures in the book too, or is it all text based?
It would be pictures next to each of the
Okay,
descriptions
thank
of the
God.
creature.
I make much faster for my life. All right then.
Okay.
Lit. Keep this book forever.
Uh, one thing I wanted to ask, I'm not sure if I could get a clear answer for this right now, but last session, one of the books that was out in the library, I remember I picked one of those up. It had how, the one with the where I could actually see the name like Strahd in it. Like how would that just take me an hour to read through like all the other books?
So depending, yeah, most of the most of the books, as rules is written, it takes an hour to have a full understanding of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So time in the game is a big system too. Like everything is timed, and based on the timing, certain NPCs or certain things won't happen. So nighttime is more dangerous than daytime. Certain people won't be out at night to talk to you. Some people will be at certain places at different times of day. So time is a very real thing in this one. Weatherdeep it was a bit, but in this it's actually like I in Weatherdeep I created time. In this it created its own time. It has its own timetable.
Oh.
So
Okay.
just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Also with the books, do we gain proficiencies after read it,
No,
or
you don't
no?
gain any proficiencies from the books.
Okay.
There's
That'd be
nothing.
insane.
Yeah, there's nothing outside of this to game break.
What is
There's
this,
a few
Skyrim?
magic items, but there's no proficiency
Shut
in the
up.
book because again, yeah, that would be insane. That would be a very powerful creep.
All right.
Reading the book +2 to insight.
Let me note to myself to actually read that next session, please.
Yeah.
Oh, I read a book
I
about
haven't.
acrobats. I get +5 to Dex. Please. Oh, imagine.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I
Oh, wait,
feel like I
you guys want to
should
take short rests?
would
You
be
wanna take
Mhm.
short
would
rests?
we be allowed to?
I mean,
Well, first we need to address this woman that's
yeah.
Finally screeching for help.
well, not help, but I assume that she
Jax.
just wants to know who we are.
She hide in the room, one of the rooms.
Let me note down.
Hopefully it's Vivian.
Hopefully.
Yawn. Yes, you can, but you have to roll a d10.
Can I heal myself basically? What do you
Yeah,
have?
your second one feature. Second one.
Oh yeah, you can heal yourself a second one. Yeah. That's
Oh yeah, fighter. Same. If I need that.
Cool.
I
Any
wish
other
I could
questions
do
you guys have about anything that you want to go over before I jet out? Try to get my foot rested up or something.
When
Yeah, I just wanted to know, since I have like medicine proficiency or whatever, if I do run out of spells like healing spells, I could probably restore HP using just basic medical skills, right?
Yes, you can. The only limitation to that is if a character is bleeding out, you would need to have something to stop the bleeding. So anything to stop the bleeding, any type of cloth plus.
Yeah, I was
basic
thinking that. Like I
So
was gonna wrap it.
rags would work, right?
Sorry.
Would rags work as a supplement to cloths?
Sure, rags, your shirt, or anything. You could buy
Yes, but
bandages.
I'm the body
But
doctor.
yes, as long as you are you proficient in medicine?
Yes.
Yeah, as long as you're proficient in medicine, you can actually roll to try to get somebody conscious again.
would plants work too? Like any herbalism plants work too? If I find outside.
Again, you would have to be proficient at medicine. If you're
Uh,
proficient at medicine, then sure.
Wait,
That's the only real requirement.
could I help? Carl, like
Yeah,
if I find a plant, then it gives it
uh,
eat it.
you could probably help in that you can be added onto his role if he needs it, and that would be your expertise at nature versus his expertise at medicine.
Right. On that, I gotta ask something. So during combat, before the main armor fell, my plan was to go over to the armor on the stairs and ask Jotun for help to throw it off the stairs. Could I have done that?
Yeah, you guys with the magic
Okay.
rolls to be the DC. So those are called. We did one when Jada decided to try to pick the log up. Those are called skill challenges. So anytime that something's happening in the world, you can ask the party to assist you with it under two conditions. One, it makes sense. Two, if it's something proficiency based, they have to have the proficiency. So if it's as simple as pushing someone, and you say, "Hey, I roll," and you happen to roll a 3, but I know you need a 15, you can say to the person 5 feet away from you, "Hey, I need you to help me push," and they can also roll. And if it matches 15 or more, you both successfully push something.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's just a skill challenge. It's basically a way for you to
Oh,
use your party
teamwork.
members to help you. Yeah, that's the point. So yeah, you guys can do that at any time you want. It just has to make sense. Like if I say, "Well, you're not proficient in that, you can't do that," that's kind of the rule. But if it makes sense to do, yeah, you're good.
Okay, I actually want to ask now. Um, for those types of scenarios, would magic also fall under that?
Yeah, but magic would fall under a direct check.
Arcana?
So if you recall, in the beginning, King wanted to use a gust spell, or
Mhm.
and I didn't have him use the spell. I just told him to roll the like whatever governed it, like the modifier
Charisma?
for it. Yeah, so he
Mhm.
rolled his charisma or whatever. That would be how it works.
Right,
Yeah.
but like,
I thought it'd be intelligent
okay,
based. It's
um,
magic.
Well, it's whatever he
No,
rolled. I'm not gonna say he. I don't remember what he rolled.
I don't know. It definitely was charisma.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
was,
it's well, he's
oh,
a sorcerer. It's charisma based.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say for like, let's say like damage dealing, would that fall under the same right? So let's say me and my character and Kester's character were to like try to cast the same spell at the same time, like,
So if you set that up as like a help or something like that, and it was a instant spell, the way that would work is as long as the spells are both accurately being followed, it would have to work on the same system that flanking works on. So with flanking, when you both are aligned, you both can use your turn if you both have it to help each other. And once you do that, you've wasted your entire turn, but at least in that round, you helped each other. You can do the same thing, but with how it wouldn't work would be to have, let's say, Kester goes, he casts a spell, blah blah blah, and then next it's Bennett's turn, and you go, "Hey, you want to cast a spell with me?" That's a no
Ah,
because he
I
already
get
cast
you.
the spell. But if he
right.
didn't, if he just moved into position and looked at you and said, "I'm ready to go," then yeah, I have no problem with that
Oh, okay, cool.
because it's still teamwork. As long as you guys aren't using your actions, you can use your actions on other people's turns to help them. At least that's just my homebrewy rule. Like I don't care.
Okay,
That's sick.
cool.
Just kind of remember it like if you don't want to think of it in turns, think of it as rounds. Within a round, everybody has a turn and an action. If you save yours for a moment, as long as you're within that round, you can use them together. I don't care. Hell, there is an actual. I think I showed it to you, but I didn't explain it. But there's an actual attack that all of you can join each other for. It's kind of an all-out attack kind of thing.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah,
Cool.
but it doesn't.
Shit.
It actually supersedes turns and stuff because it happens when you have enough inspiration.
Time for a chain attack.
Isn't it?
It's called jumping them.
No, this is
It's called Slayer.
no, Savage. Oh, yeah, Slayer. Yeah, there.
You know, the
Yeah,
all
I called
attack,
it Slayer
jumping
Instinct.
them.
It's basically if everybody has, or at least if five people have inspiration, they can combine that inspiration into attack.
But
Well,
that's straight up an all
4,
out
3, 2, 1, but whatever. If it's all five, then it's the entire party at that point.
That's
Oh,
that's the battle
that
right
would be
there.
that would be pretty
God.
cool. Imagine we roll up to a boss
Yeah.
fight and we're just like, all right, time to hit him with this.
For a
Yeah,
So we
chain.
just start curb stomping you.
We
Or
all
just
it's
take
jump
turns.
thing, and it pretty much one-shots everything but bosses.
That's
Ah.
sick.
Oh, that
That's
would be
actually
cool.
sick.
Yeah, so you could think of it as like a limit break.
Oh, that's
The
cool.
boss is getting
That's
ready
cool.
for this
God.
one. Take us on one by one. We all just roll up and jump them.
We
It
just
gives you a
roll
system
up.
because it's based on inspiration. So if you want to use your own inspiration, that's cool. But if you save it for the party, you guys can do some.
Ah.
Oh yeah, yo. Now if I get inspiration, I have to save it.
Yeah, like you can actually like,
Yo.
like, do I want to use this now, or do I want to like stock it up? Because there's gonna, well, you'll see. Just finish Death House, and you're gonna see a lot of different things pop up. Like there's a lot of
That
systems.
sounds sick.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit,
bad, bro.
is this the rule for like
I'm
body
definitely
wounds,
gonna
like,
save it for an
shooting
all out attack. That's
oxygen on
fire.
the legs to like decapitate them? Is that still a thing for you?
Is the other thing.
Like, let's say I roll high enough to slash his arm off, or shoot him in the knees to slow him down.
So
Is
that's
that
not
still
based
okay?
on your roll. That's two things gonna for this because yeah, that is in this because enemies can do that to you. It's based on how much health you take when you hit them. So
Ah,
if they have full health and you hit them where it takes 75% of their health in one hit, you're definitely going to cut something off. It won't be a head, but you're definitely cutting, like, you're definitely going to destroy them. If you can one shot them, that's automatically decapitation. But it is based on the damage rolls. It's not going to be like a freebie, like, oh, you cut his head off because for fun.
Like you'll roll a d5, you get the
It's always
5,
going to be
you hit
based
the
on
head.
the damage because the damage in this is very specific. Like,
okay.
it's super specific.
Yeah, I'm taking everybody to
That's
the
it.
knees now. Everybody's
I
getting
have
knee clap.
7 health.
Oh man,
75% is
can't wait to just shoot
not
somebody's
it.
head off.
Yeah, enemies could do that too. Like if an enemy could get you from 7 health to 1 health in one attack, there is a chance. Like I roll behind the scenes, there's a chance you'll lose a limb, depending on the attack. Like
What?
the armor is crushing, so you're not really gonna lose a limb. But if you were fighting something with a sword and it did that, there's a chance that you could lose a leg or an arm.
Oh,
But look,
word. So do you
as
mean to
long as
tell me
I
that if I
don't lose
take
a leg,
6
I'm
damage,
fine.
if I take 6 damage, bro, I'm gone. I'm a
Yo,
goner.
I mean, we're
stay on the back
sorcerers. We're
line. Stay
supposed to
on the
stay
back
in the
line.
back. We're not supposed to get hit.
In the
That's
back.
the
Stay in the
point.
back.
Yeah, that's why. What the formation stuff, if you enter combat and you're the one starting the combat, you're initiating it yourself, then you're going to choose where you start the combat. Like I'm going to let you position your
Mhm.
character. If you're surprised by something, um, even if you have a skill that lets it so you're not surprised, depends on the site and stuff. Because again, spooky magic horror, then you just fight where I put you. I just randomly throw you somewhere.
Gotcha.
Sick.
Hey, he's got an
Sick.
Xbox, old one. That's weird. Anyway,
Oh, damn, I
crazy.
get whacked by 6
Any other
damage.
questions?
That's my legs.
Again, again, as always, if you have
Yes.
questions that you're thinking about, just toss them in the question or
Eating, yes, eating wise.
Alright, Jen.
Since
So
I
does
already ate once
anyone in the
already.
party have just an absurd amount of health and a free slot, item slot?
No.
We're all
Mm-mm,
level 1.
no.
I'd be shocked if any of us have a lot of spare health.
I mean strength.
Oh.
I got plus
Oh.
That's
2.
my barbarians.
Okay, does anyone have like
yeah,
a
the dwarves
crowd?
have like +5 strength if I'm
Yeah,
not
I was gonna
mistaken.
say you use the barbarians.
Heck yeah, would any of you be willing to hold something for me?
Fine, we were using the inventory system as planned.
Oh,
Look at that.
Jay.
The
the hunger part.
muscly gifted people. Would any of you be
No.
willing to hold something for me?
No. I only got. Actually, no, I have a 0 modifier, so. that's
Yeah, I
just
said
fine.
alright.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no, not me. I'm actually Jay. That for the hunger part. Since we ate
Because
once,
I should have
yeah.
realized this sooner that bullets are ridiculously precious, and I pretty much need scrap metal to make bullets.
Sick.
So,
like now?
wait. Mr. J, I just have to...
I mean, I'm asking if someone can basically hold scrap metal and
I
fill
just have
one
to-
inventory slot.
Oh, God.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Two parts.
So you can give scrap metal, glass, or stone almost infinitely to Kester.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Huh? I can
Forgot
do
about
that?
Yeah, because of your caravan trait, it has something to do with the way I'm making your caravan trait work in this campaign. So you're allowed to hold those 3 things infinitely.
That's
There's no
freaking
there's no
sick.
weight requirement.
Oh my guy! Yo,
Yo,
hold
On the
this for me.
downside, for that, you're also responsible for making sure you know exactly how much of each you have. Again, once you're out of Death House, I'll explain exactly what I mean.
I don't
Oh.
care,
Alright,
yo.
no,
That's
man, I'm about to
sick.
hand you. I'm handing you these 20 pounds worth of scrap metal.
Yo, that's sick. Yo, absolutely, bro. Like, I
Oh,
can
thank
literally
you.
carry enough stones to stone a man. Let's go.
Yo,
Our backgrounds can affect our characters even more.
Freaking go.
I mean, yeah, I'm a spy. I can forge stuff and all that.
This is Jay. For food part. Since we ate once, we ate 2 more times, right?
Yeah, food's really
Jester,
governed
you
by.
got that down, right?
So food's kind of a lackluster system. As long as before you go to sleep you've eaten 3 times, I'm not going to hold it against you. However, I am going to say there is a small timer in the background I'm running with exhaustion based on how much damage you take and how much time passes for me.
Mm.
So just keep that in mind. I could
So,
say probably I'd wager each of you are going to get to level 1 of exhaustion by probably near the end of this, except for people who've died. If you've died, you're probably going to get exhaustion faster.
Ah,
Yeah, there's a little, there's kind of a little asterisk next to that if you've actually dropped in combat.
Would it be impossible to have a short rest?
No, you can
No.
rest absolutely anywhere, long or short. It's up to you. That system is built into the game as long as you have people to watch you, as long as you have locked doors, and as long as you have suitable, I guess,
food.
a suitable place to actually rest. You can do it wherever you want, in the middle of a
And
forest,
there
in
is
a dungeon. It's up to you.
All right.
Yeah, because I think
Just being certain, Kester, you have that down, right?
Of course I do.
Okay, thank you.
And also, when we
Goodness.
rest in the forest, I could pick the most defensible location, and that's sick.
And I can get food and water.
Cool. Really quick, I have a knife on me. Anybody want that?
No.
Yep. Pass it over. I need a melee weapon. Anything goes.
Oh, wait,
Alright.
don't you already have one?
I had to get rid of it. Now that I have enough space, I will gladly take that knife so I can do something up close.
Oh, so you,
Cool.
oh, okay, you kept
That's-
the cross.
That's one inventory slot cleared for me. Because I remember
Oh,
I
yeah,
took
mine-
that knife from the kitchen table just because I wanted to make sure I had something.
You also have the alcohol.
Yeah. I don't think
Wait,
that
what's it?
I don't think that counts as a slot yet, just because it's one bottle.
Guy, what's
Say,
up?
with the cloak, right?
Let me
Can you hold,
remove
like,
the
sticks
scrap metal
or
now.
jewelry inside it, or no? With the
Oh,
cloak.
what?
With the black cloaks that some of us took, can I hold, like, jewelry or like small stuff inside it?
Can you do what with it? Sorry, I can't
Like-
hear you.
Does a cloak, the black cloaks we have, does that like can we hold like pockets? Does that pockets inside them?
Does it have pockets? No, they're just black cloaks. So they're
Okay, never
literally
mind.
just hooded robes. There's no
Oh, okay.
pockets or anything.
does does food heal you at all?
No, food doesn't heal. Food's only to keep certain mechanics at bay.
Oh, also, wait a minute, we have cloaks. Is anybody cut or still bleeding? Because you could turn that into a band-aid.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I still have
I'm
mine.
at 1 health, so
No
I
one
don't
is
know.
technically, no one's bleeding out in terms of needing it. I will let you know, bleed is an actual thing in this, and you can die from it, same as poison, but no one's actually bleeding. When I say something like they're bleeding, let me just go over that real quick too. I'm not going to use damage numbers much in combat, but, like to say like, oh, you take 100 damage, like I'm trying to get more narrative based. So if I say they are bleeding out, it means that they're unconscious and that you have death saves. So when I say they are bleeding out, it means your death save. Let me just do this so you know, because I'm gonna try to do this more in the future. So this is death save time / 0 HP. If I say you are bloodied, that means you probably took enough damage to be at 50% health or lower.
That's sick.
If I say you lose a limb,
Oh shit, that's
you just
75,
got
bro.
super kind of like you just got so you just took
A lot
I'd
of
say
damage.
roughly you just took about 70%
Five.
to 90% damage. And
We should roll a d4 for like 25% health for exhaustion, I think.
That's one.
and this is the last one really. So you're hit but you don't notice it. Like if I say you get hit but I kind of just ignore it, like oh you're hit, but you immediately come. That just means you have health, like you're fine. So just keep that in
Sick.
mind, because I'm not going to say how much health you have. You could keep track of it, but I'm also usually not going to talk too much about the damage and what it does, unless you ask me to, because I just like narrating it like that. It's more interesting.
Okay, sick. Oh god, I don't actually. I have one slot. The papers for the coding isn't 1,000, right? Obviously.
No.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure I'm not stupid. Yeah. So I got one slot left.
So we have the note.
Yeah, just random.
We have
right?
I'm just
Living the
going
life,
over
yeah.
just going over my inventory very quick. So
Oh,
we have
no
the
age
note
there.
from Marlin. We have the key. We have bread. I have some dust on me.
Him.
I have. If I remember right, Rain, you took the Book of Resurrection,
Indeed, I do.
Yeah, he does.
and Health. Sorry, I can't
Exalt.
pronounce. Exalt.
Or Exy. Or call me Exy. Just fuck Exy on. But
I'm gonna just call you
I'll
X.
call you X.
X.
Yeah.
So
So how do you think that X, Y, and Z? How do you pronounce that?
I don't know, like I don't know, bro. It's like you get some
Z's.
I'm gonna just put X. Fuck it.
Yeah, call me
And
X.
So X, you
Organization
took.
13 member. Reject.
I like your names, but you guys really need to make sure like your names are like manageable sometimes. I guess.
Bro,
Yeah.
his name is Gamer, bro. Kester.
Oh, man, you didn't pass the entry exam for Organization 13. They just kicked you out.
Wow. Okay.
You never got the X. Yeah, you had the X, and then they're just like, nah.
So Rain, you took the Book of Resurrection. X, you got the Creatures of Barovia. So I only have one book on me.
Wait, how about the Herbalism book?
You said the what?
Herbalism book. That Cetro took.
What?
The Herbalism book.
Herbalism.
Herbalism? Yeah.
Cetero? Cetero.
Don't
Cetero
pronounce
took
the
that
A.
one.
Yeah. Cetero took that. I have the book with Strahd's name in it. I fully intend to read that because.
Yo, who got the deed?
That was between you or Alex.
I thought I had
Between
that.
me.
I
I was about to say.
what?
All right, guys. I'm gonna jump off. If you have any other questions, hit me up. I'll be on my phone.
All right.
Alright.
All right.
Alright.
Sayonara.
Alright,
So
so-
who got the
wait.
deed in the will?
That's on me.
Sick. Lucian,
Oh, hey. If
you
I
to
find
run
a,
that.
hold on, Mr. J. If I find a way to, like, I'm in the middle of crafting new ammunition, if I find a way to, like, get it enchanted, would I be able to have, like, magic bullets?
If you could find a way in the world to enchant it, yeah. I could tell you now that the idea of magic anything is going to be insanely hard to come by because there are
well.
specific NPCs in the game that do that, but they're actually hidden.
Ah.
Like you'll find them, but it either is one randomly or two after doing an incredibly stupid quest.
Lol.
'Cause
Kill
like I
10
said,
dragons.
everything in this world, like you're not going to be able to walk up to a shop and buy stuff in this because there's not a single shopkeeper in this game that's going to want to sell anything to you. Everything in this game is based on how you treat people. So if you want to buy stuff from people, make sure you don't, disrespect their culture or go into their town and cause problems, shit like that.
Alright.
I would never.
But once you do, yeah, it'll unlock. Also, because of the way this is set up, there's not many items in the game. Like, you're not going to find a store that has like things that you would have found in Waterdeep. Like, there's not a magic shop. There's not a
Poison
there's
shop.
not even. There's just like a very small selection because remember, Barovia has been cut off from everything else for hundreds of years.
So basically North Korea then.
Yeah, so it doesn't really have anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, don't compare it to North Korea. don't
Wow.
don't put no realism in this game.
I mean,
Strahd's just Kim Jong Un.
Ah, stop! Stop!
It's super close. Like he ain't wrong.
He isn't. That's
The
the
level of
problem.
oppression-
You say
like,
he's
the level of
just say
oppression in
if they
the
come
game
from the
is
world.
It's very
You talk
That's
shit
what
about
this is about.
Strahd, he puts you down. Simple
Oh,
as
stop
that. It's
making it
just like
real. Stop making it real.
it is. That's the whole
Think
point of
about it.
D&D, to make this about as real as possible.
He's right.
I don't know why you're rejecting that.
Yo, imagine not praying at 3 o'clock. Strahd, come on, rip this shit on you.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, sure. You walk to the edge of you walk to the edge of the world, and then a robot drone just shoots you.
No, not like that.
No, not a robot drone.
the
See,
border.
we're not that out of proportion. It will be Strahd himself folding you with an army of skeletons.
It's too soft. And that's too hard.
As
Anyway,
usual.
himself.
Yeah, I'm out. You guys take care.
Alright, Miss J.
Alright, later.
Take a nice nap.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
man. Good session. You guys are doing your thing, man. No one's dead yet. Good time.
So,
I'm kind of interested to see how I could craft any ammunition. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of crafting, but again,
Lit.
some things are going to be behind NPCs that are going to show you how, or at least help you with things, make things easier. The more friends you have on your side, the easier the game slowly becomes.
Oh, okay.
Just not the combat. The combat, what you did tonight, was a medium style fight. So there's easy fights, medium fights, hard fights, and then deadly fights. Um, just so you're aware, certain times I will tell you something's deadly. Like I'll just flat out say, "Hey, if you enter into combat, it's a deadly encounter," which means you're probably gonna die.
Probably.
At all times, you're allowed to flee. I just need you to keep that in mind. Like there
And make
should
a
be
deck save, right?
fleeing is it? Actually, I don't
Yeah,
remember what mechanic for, but I'm pretty sure.
you say it was a deck save. Everybody must disengage and make a deck save.
Yeah, here it is right here. Fleeing could be done in combat. Everybody has to disengage for an action. So yeah, you disengage for an action. Oh, you have to disengage for an action and go to the edge of the map. Upon the edge of the map, with any location you go in, you can ask to leave combat. You can run away. That's fine. I'm never going to say no. You're not allowed to leave combat.
I'll
Just to
fight and
kind of
die.
just to kind of give you an idea of how that would have worked in this encounter, you could have fled to the steps or the balcony and jumped off, or ran down the steps, or you could have ran in one of the rooms and kind of hid in a closet or hid under a bed, something like that. Somebody's got a shit ton of static on this thing.
Yeah, guy,
Oh, that's
you might
me.
want to chill out.
Oh, so yeah, any realistic idea. So if you were like, hey, we can't kill this armor, we need to leave, you could have literally entered any of the bedrooms and quickly, on your turn, hid somewhere. And then that would have made the armor kind of look for you and then choose to go back to what it was doing.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that for a
Yeah,
hot
so,
minute.
so that can be done anywhere. You can escape any fight. There's no fights that. There are some boss encounters that they may do things where it's like, hey, you're in a different dimension. You can't escape that, but I'll let you know before you engage that that's going to happen. So it's not like a cheap, like, why did we just die and we couldn't do anything? Because that's fucked up. That said, yeah, just think of that. If it ever comes down to a point where you're like, hey, we're all going to die, you're allowed to run away. I really need you to remember that, because there should never be a time where you're just like, well, I guess we're all gonna die, and sit there and die.
No, you posted a video about that too, about fleeing.
Yeah, I posted a video about that because I wanted you guys to kind of, because I feel like when we did Waterdeep, your idea of combat was we either kill this thing or we don't. We either kill it or we die. There was never really a,
Yeah, that
hey,
was kind of.
yeah, there was never a, hey, we're gonna die, guys. Let's just leave, because that's definitely a thing you can do. So in
There
this,
was
you're
that
gonna,
moment with Sullivan, so
yeah, you're gonna need to do that in this. I'm gonna tell you that now, because there are moments where as soon as you start a fight, something's gonna hit one of you guys and just murder you.
Oh shit,
Like it's
no.
just gonna do one swing, and if it hits, that's it. Your whole body just got like trash. And then it just looks at the rest of you and goes, "Who's next?" At that point, you
Oh,
gotta kind of say to yourself, "Do we want to do this or not?"
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Damn,
Yeah,
we're
I
good.
gonna
have-
have
man,
we're
I
gonna
got
have a
gun. I don't know,
sacrifice.
man.
That's
in
a
my
straight up
situation, should I have
Oh, man, I'm gonna go
would it be
delete
dumb
old
to
blue
retreat?
and just start going crazy.
What? I'm sorry. What's that, Zion?
No, I was saying like in my situation when I got hit like that hard, would it have been dumb of me to retreat?
No, it's only dumb of you to retreat if you think so. Like it's realistic. At least your thought process of your character should be the thought process you would have. Like, hey, I'm sitting here. I have one health. I'm on one knee. I'm kind of hurt. This thing's crawling at me, trying to kill me. I have allies. What should I do? You can run away. You can disengage and just like run into a corner and try to figure out how to heal. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, unless one of the other party members is like, hey, stop doing that and just die. That's kind of weird.
Oh
Your
man,
goal is to
keep
be
your
to
man
keep each other
distracted.
alive, so
Stop resisting.
but nah, just think of the situation, because again, you're going to be in situations where I don't want to say that there's no way to win, but it'll be situations where if you're not smart to understand what you're doing, you're just going to die. Like, you're going to have a few boss encounters or mini boss encounters that they don't have health. Like, no matter how much
Oh.
damage you do to them, they're immune to damage. But that
Oh.
doesn't stop them from killing you. So you have to figure out how to deal with that. Because again, not everything needs to be beaten by stabbing it to death.
Right, man. Yo,
So basically,
imagine being
the Underdark place where they solve puzzles.
Yeah, something like that, but no.
Fuck.
But kind
Damn.
of.
Puzzles.
You'll
Oh,
see soon enough. It's not a surprise. You're definitely gonna find out pretty quick.
oh, it's too really late. I basically have the monster manual for Across the Strahd then to alliterate a semi monster manual
Sorry, what?
Reiterate.
What?
Reiterate.
for the books of creature for Barovia. I basically have a monster manual, semi monster manual.
You have a lore book that has the Beast of Barovia. However, just a few things to note about that.
Okay.
One, always ask about it. Two, there will be entries that I'm going to say, yeah, the book doesn't have anything on that, mainly
Got you.
because of how long ago books are written and whatnot. And sometimes you may encounter things that are literally new, that were
This
just born.
yeah, this stuff actually can like add it. I can write inside and add new pages. That's actually like is there any blank pages I can add it.
As long as you have charcoal to write with or a pencil or something of that sort, yeah.
Man, you should have
Bet.
asked the guy for his infinite chalk he gave me.
No, he's still with us. He's in the corner.
Yeah,
Maybe
just
he'll give us some
remember,
infinite ink.
chalk's probably not the best thing to write on paper with, and that
Ink
doesn't matter.
the ink.
However, on the upside, it's great that you're near a study that most likely has writing utensils. So
I
think
really
about,
should have thought of that.
yeah, you always should think about that stuff. Like, where am I in the environment, and what would this room have in it? And you could just say, "Hey, Jackson, does this room have a pen in it, or a quill, or anything?" And then I would have to be realistic about it and say, "Well, he was writing leather, so yeah."
Oh, yeah, I really should have thought about that. Huh.
Lit. I got bestiary.
Yeah,
right now.
on our way
Lit.
out, I'm certainly gonna do that.
I'm a true monster hunter now. Lit.
Yo, man, 100% the bestiary.
100%.
Jesus.
I'm like a lesser version of Trevor Baymont.
That might be
I'm a golfer.
a good, cool idea. Have you put entries in and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually that. Yeah. Any
I mean,
blank
you
space?
could.
Any blank? Oh, okay.
Man.
I'm just gonna make it so there's blank pages for you now because that's something
Lit.
you do.
Lit.
You write your own entries and description of the monsters?
Facts. Hey, yo, there's like a weird squiggly thing trying to kill me right now. Has 4 arms, 6 legs.
I was about to say the exact same thing. Of course you would.
Oh man, I want some scientific descriptions using the most dumb, complicated words for no
Bro,
reason,
my
mind
game's
you.
got
An
like
arthropod
hella
consisting
legs,
of
bro.
several
Just
ligaments.
use exactly,
Bro,
just like that,
Waymon.
just like that.
I have
Use
zero
dumb,
intelligence,
just
bro.
use
I have
long
zero
words
The
for
man's
no
about to
reason.
write down, yo, he got hella legs, bro.
All right, guys.
I've never
have a
seen
good night,
so
guys.
many legs
Alright,
on one
later.
thing.
Like,
Bye, Mr.
Alright.
J.
yo, man, you
Alright.
gotta
zero
write down,
intelligence.
you gotta write them down in super scientific words for no reason.
I have zero intelligence, bro. I got 10
No
intelligence,
fucking
bro.
way.
I got 10, bro. I got 10 intelligence.
There's
What's gonna help
no
me?
way.
Hold up, has anyone know Pikmin?
Yup.
What? Yeah.
Oh, and you know the whole thing that Olimar does in Pikmin 1 with the monsters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be like that.
Bro, stop.
It's just overly complicated words for no reason. Just
Bruh.
saying super simple stuff.
Oh, I forgot.
Obviously.
This particular individual creature has 6 ligaments. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh god,
I
that'd
think with
kill
my
me.
class on range with monster that once you reach level 3, I could literally look at them and tell what resistance they have, they don't have.
That's
I plan to write a research book on guns.
I plan to
Gun
become
manual.
sane.
Gun manual.
I mean, yeah, because guns don't exist in this world.
Hey, yo, bro, here's
With
a
the
gun,
whole
bro.
with the whole gunslinger thing, I pretty much make my own guns because
Nice.
no one else knows how to make them.
Nice.
I'm just gonna write a manual on them and make new ones.
And then
All
now,
when I hit level 3, I could just make new ones.
that's
So now
sick.
I'm gonna stick with crossbows. Because that's like the most Monster Slayer-ish Van
Hey man, you want a gun?
Helsing-ish type. Nah, crossbow. That's more. That's more.
Yo, let
efficient.
me get one. I want a gun.
Yo, easy. Yo, pick up a bunch of scrap metal. When I hit level 3, it's no, that's my payment right there. I'll give
No,
you a
it's
good gun.
K's, bro.
Are you a
Oh, just
fighter or
pick up as much scrap metal. Bam, I'm gonna give you a gun.
Yo, infinite scrap metal holders, bro. That's fire.
Yo, chill.
I'm
When I
about
hit
to have
level
a
3 and I can make
wait.
guns, that's the
Question.
case.
Question. You can hold guns. You can hold metal, right? Like any type of metal.
I can.
Oh,
I
he
can.
specifically said scrap metal.
Oh wait, scrap metal.
How about actually if you can hold if you break down the silver sword from downstairs and make silver out, silver
Yo,
bullets.
yo,
Or...
The
yo.
funny
I'm
thing
gonna
is,
mix
I
some
think
silver.
I'm
this.
gonna
Yo,
break it
I
that's
think
down.
this.
exactly what I was thinking. I was gonna mix silver
Because like,
bullets.
I was
yeah,
gonna say the
because,
silver
because,
sword from downstairs could probably just be used the way it
Yo, I'm
is.
getting that. I'm getting that. I'm getting that. That's
yeah,
over.
but since I
I'm
have
surprised no
strength-
one took it, to be honest.
No,
Because
I have
because
strength,
like
and
we have like 2-3 barbarians in this group. Like I'm surprised neither of them were just like, huh, silver weapon. I
man.
think that would be
So
useful.
we went across werewolves, and I just got silver
Yeah.
bullets
What
on the ready. That's crazy. I'm doing
there's
that.
a silver sword, long sword downstairs that I'm like surprised no one strength took it. I'm like, I'm also a dex person, so I have no use for that shit.
Oh,
Besides
I'm
hitting
I'll
grabbing
stuff.
that.
take that
I'm
shit,
grabbing
bro.
that, and I'm gonna break it
Bro,
and make
we're
it into silver
casting
Yes.
bullets.
No,
Please
the
do.
fighter
Because
should be
I
using
want,
long
I want,
sword.
I want silver crossbow heads.
No, I'm a
Please.
fighter, so I'm gonna take it as a fighter, then break it down for my own purposes.
Can I have some of that?
Oh no, let Jotun use it because I don't.
Yeah, because yeah,
Do they got a weapon?
yeah,
Hey,
you know,
yeah,
every time
you
is a long
do.
sword.
Yes, she just chooses not to use it.
Definitely got a weapon. I don't know what you're trying to say here. Definitely got a
Chooses not to
weapon.
use
Wait,
it.
what weapon is it?
Long sword.
Long sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that sword
Yeah.
up, and I'm gonna break it up, and then I'm gonna have him hold the scraps, and then I'm gonna
My
make
man's
silver bullets.
using his arms for purposes that he has not said.
Oh, they
Oh,
could.
anybody else want a gun later?
I'm
Mm.
good. I'll stick to my spells.
No, I wouldn't mind.
No, I'm
using
just
the gun.
saying.
I wouldn't mind it.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty low, so I'm not
Wields a
exactly
gun.
up for the chance of like that blowing up my face.
Yo, I'm literally
Won't
just
blow up in your
waiting
face.
for
Once you roll in that
Crossbow
one.
Master level 4, bro. That's gonna
Bro,
be money.
I'm not risking that.
You know the thing
Especially
about
since I'm a
firearms.
sorcerer.
So apparently, if you're proficient in firearms, which only gunslingers are, if you roll a nat one, the gun doesn't blow up, and you get a chance to repair it. But if you're not proficient with firearms, up in your face.
That
Yeah,
that's
that's pretty much
must
why I
rolling that
put it
one.
down.
I'm
Rolling
gonna hit
that
that
one.
with Psych Nah because I already
Don't roll
rolling
that
that.
one.
I already rolling that once for things blowing up in my face, bro. I don't need one more actually, so I'm gonna have to hit you with a nah for that.
I mean, the gun doesn't actually hurt you when it blows up.
That's so cool. That's sick. Anyways, I definitely rolled that once for things that will blow up in my face and people around me. So I'm gonna have to say nah on losing my weapon in the process.
Yo,
But
quick
yeah, I'm not
question.
using it. I'm not firing any guns until I hit level 3 when it's safe to do so.
That's it.
Quick question. Uh, should I have higher AC or higher strength?
I think AC.
What are you? Yeah, you're a
I
barbarian.
was so surprised that I had more AC than you. That's crazy.
Well, actually,
mean-
wait. Barbarians are more based on their like ability to take hits. So, what's your
Yeah.
health? I think you should focus on your health.
No. If I focus on my con, AC increases as well, and my health increases.
I'm gonna freaking put it in. Stop being a dickhead.
No, my AC is already high.
No, listen.
You should focus
Put
more
it
on
in
those,
con.
so it makes you more unhittable. So you won't find yourself in the same situation twice. You know?
No,
So does
I
anyone in
think
the
that-
party have the ability to enchant stuff?
No,
no.
that is
Nobody
not
would
something
have
you
that
get
ability.
until a lot later in the
Oh.
game. Again, we're level
That'd
1,
be-
dude.
that'd be
That'd be really
Unless-
funny.
Artificer.
That is unless he's an artificer. They can do it at level 1.
Artificer.
Oh, imagine I
Artificer.
find one of those, they can just enchant my bullets? That's crazy.
They're not great enchantments though.
You're fucking
There's
ass,
Oh, man.
limits.
one,
There's
bro.
heavy limits to those enchantments.
They're elements though.
Bro, elemental
like
damage
one-
would be
For
kind of
like
fire.
one bullet at a time, literally to
That-
enchant like
that's the
one
point.
bullet.
So that's the point. It's a
That's
bullet.
still
Like
sick,
what
bro.
else does a bullet do?
No. Like I'm not sure if you understand me. Literally, he has to enchant one bullet. That's it. Until that bullet's gone, he cannot enchant again.
Oh wow, that's trash. Wow.
That's the
Wait,
point.
Is it really? I don't think that's.
Yeah, because when artificers, I think if I have it right, if artificers enchant something, they're linked to that one thing.
Wow, that's trash. Forget
Oh,
it.
then why don't they just enchant the gun, not the bullet? I know the bullet was hit the people, but
Well, you see, if you enchant the gun and not the bullet, then the gun will fire regular bullets. But if you hit somebody with the gun, it will.
What? Yo, what am I
Yeah,
gonna
that's
do?
literally
What if I hit
it.
someone over the head with a gun?
Yeah,
Just
that's
don't-
kind of how it
That's
works.
pretty much it. That's pretty
Uh,
much it.
Yeah, the
Good.
thing that hits is the thing that will, deal the fuck damage.
What
Yeah.
about like
I'm
enchanted
just
bows?
saying, man. Guns are pretty hard. We're hard to get hit
Enchanted
with one.
bows?
Yeah, because they can shoot like fire.
Imagine I just throw the gun.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
No, either, boss, but I'm pretty sure that when you shoot the bow, it still doesn't deal the effect to the arrow. I don't believe so.
Dual wielding guns would actually be like so much damage. It's dangerous with the
Yeah.
misfire, but that's a lot of
Yeah, I
damage.
was about to say, like, yeah, that's
And then you got to
fucking
reload
lot.
them. And to reload, you need a free hand. So it's like, dang. So that's rough.
Wait,
no
if you get
dual gun
crossbow
wielders.
master, wait, no, never mind. That's not a fucking crossbow. I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Oh no,
like,
no. You read,
yeah,
read the, nah. If it's the descriptions of the exact, it says ranged weapons, right? It doesn't
Oh,
say
word?
crossbows.
Oh, word? Wait a
I was
minute.
looking into I was looking into stuff like that. It says ranged weapons. It doesn't say crossbows.
Oh, that's fire. So you literally don't need to reload.
I was looking into feats like that.
Yo, that's
Or I could
money.
go for open accuracy. When I get my trick shots, there's one that lets me roll with advantage just because.
That's sick.
So with elven accuracy, I get to roll my attack 3 times.
Wait,
Nothing.
how? Huh? Wait, 3 times for why?
Okay. So with gunslingers, right? There's this
Uh-huh.
mechanic called grit. You have as many
Naturally.
grit points as your wisdom modifier.
Of course.
There's a
Just
bunch of
like
different trick
sword
shots.
spots.
So one of them lets you get automatic advantage on an attack by spending a grit point.
Of course.
Now, elven accuracy, when you have advantage on an attack that involves dex,
That
you get to roll the die again
that's fucking sick.
automatically.
All right. So for everyone watching from the stream, we are going to have to end it here. Thank you for watching once again. We pretty much, yeah, we're making pretty good progress, I would say. So let's go to